mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. Mattress Firm's July 4th sale is on now. Get a king bed for a queen price and save up to $700. Plus, get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies the same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Looking for the perfect ride for your next getaway? Rent a car for the week at All-Star Toyota and only pay for 6 days. That's right, get 7 days of adventure for the price of just 6. Whether you're heading out on a road trip, need a vehicle for the week, or just want something new to drive, we have got you covered. At All-Star Toyota, we offer a wide selection of Toyota vehicles ready to hit the road when you are. Conveniently located at Airline at Goodwood in Baton Rouge, visit us today or check out our website at allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com for more details. All-Star Toyota, people you know, cars you trust.
Are you experiencing fatigue, low libido, and muscle loss? Rejuvame specializes in testosterone therapy. You'll meet in person with a nurse practitioner who will make recommendations based on your lab work. Testosterone therapy at rejuvamemedical.com. That's REJUVIME medical.com.
Insurance companies have teams of professionals to fight your claim. If you want to know what your case is really worth, I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7970.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Monday, June 30th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect partly cloudy skies with a high of 90. In hour one of today's show, we'll talk all things football, college, NFL, and recap the weekend that was in the sporting world. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go.
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester,
Yep, got it. 5 out of 5.
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Goal!
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio. Here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Welcome in, OTB, here on this Monday. I should let that breathe let that breathe every day. I thought it was just instrumental. Didn't know we had words.
You think people listening are feeling the music as much as we are in here?
I think so. I hope so. We got the radio on. The radio's for a couple things, but mainly music.
Music and sports.
Yeah, sports is there. It's mainly music.
Mm-hmm. I think we enjoy the music most of all on this show.
Half why I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Jake, Flynn, Alondra, Tay, all here with you on a Monday. It feels like it's been forever since the start of the week. We've had everybody in here.
Has it even happened?
Have we ever
Has it happened
had
since
it?
my first day?
I think that was literally it.
That was the last time.
That was the last time we were all here together on a Monday.
Yeah, we don't want to throw shade at anybody.
Me and Tay have been here.
Did I miss a Monday?
You missed 4 days. You missed a week.
Was it Monday, though?
It was your second
Are you sure?
week you missed.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
That's right. Yeah, but you made it back from your business trip.
I did. It was
a little touch and go there.
It was in doubt for sure.
I was ready. I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, I had a real quick trip. Flew in Saturday, stayed one night, had a short conference, and then was coming back. And I pretty much spent the entire day at the airport yesterday, which sucked. Orlando Airport, you stink. Was there? I mean, But let me tell you, the commitment I had to this show, I had 3 different flights booked at the same time at one point to get back here, because I was on a Southwest flight.
Yep.
And it was supposed to be like a 5 o'clock flight, 5:30 flight. I get the news at like noon, 1 p.m. that it's delayed till 7. Like, all right, well, that stinks. About an hour later, it's delayed till 9. I'm like, oh, this isn't gonna work. I've seen this happen. I've seen this story play out a lot, where they just keep delay, cancel.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. So I looked in. I was like, all right, how else am I gonna get back? I got to get back to New Orleans, because that's where my car is. I want to go to Baton Rouge and have to like Uber to New Orleans the next day.
Right.
So we found the old Frontier airline.
I was wondering, because you said Frontier, and I'm like, look, I know this is a cheap SOB, but Frontier? What's he doing? He's got a wife and family. He can't be risking Frontier. Makes sense now.
Like, y'all should just know the commitment I have. I was willing to risk my life to make it back for this show, and that's what you're doing really when you're booking Frontier. And I did it, and I got there. We're booking Frontier, and then of course they don't cancel. They delay the flight, and in like pure Frontier fashion, they don't tell you anything at the gate. I'm like, hey, how long are we delayed? I don't know. All right. Well, like, what's the problem? I don't know. Don't really know. There's a bunch of maintenance people on the plane.
Oh no, I don't like that.
And so like, all right, I'm
not
like,
on
all
Frontier.
Not
I don't.
on Frontier.
So I'm like, in my head, I'm just like, it's not a mechanic. It's nothing wrong with the engine. It's probably like the AC's broken. Like, because no one wants to sit on a hot plane. They're probably just fixing the AC. Well,
Probably.
So, all right, okay. So let me tell you this. So I got the Frontier flight, and I canceled my Southwest flight, right?
Right.
Got my credits back.
Yep.
Got Southwest bucks.
Okay.
So this flight, I'm there for like 3 hours, still delayed. Nothing. Well, I rebooked my flight with Southwest. The same flight I was on that had been delayed to like 9:30 p.m. Rebooked with that. Anyway, so I had a bunch of flights. And anyway, my Frontier flight, they finally say, all right, let's go. We're ready. Mechanics said we're good to go. And I'm thinking to myself, are these Orlando airport mechanics or are these Frontier mechanics? Like, what caliber?
I don't know which one's worse.
What caliber mechanic we working with? So anyway, we get on the flight. And it is what you think it was, you know? It's a Frontier flight. You never knew how bare minimum like a chair could be until you get on a Frontier flight.
We might have been passing out your life insurance through text messages.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure it was up to date. But you get on the plane and like you got some nerves. I don't like flying these days anyway.
I love it.
Like every little noise.
Yeah,
like,
I hate it.
What? Like I keep looking out the window. I'm like right on the wing. I'm like, is there smoke coming out?
Yeah.
You ever like take off with a flight real quick? So you take off and they like slow down really
Yeah.
fast,
Oh, I
and you
hate
hear
that.
the engine.
They're throttling down.
They throttle the engine down, but it's like, do you have to do it so fast? Like,
No.
I don't know. We're not street racing here. You can take it back like easy. Nope.
Speaking of kind of street racing, went and saw F1 last night.
What's that?
Me and Jackson, Brad Pitt, F1.
Okay.
How was it?
Awesome.
That's what I've heard.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. And you said street racing. It reminded me of like when we were in high school and you go see Fast and Furious and you get in your car and you don't even really know you're doing it. And you're like, oh, I'm going 87 in a 35. That can't happen. Sure. Don't need to do that again. I mean, I'm pushing this Highlander to the limits last night. Just kidding, All-Star. Sort of. Jackson's like, slow down. What are you doing?
Well, that's what we always say about those Toyotas. They
That's
can
right.
go fast. They can go slow.
Yeah. It was basically like Brad Pitt was driving it last night. Awesome.
So wait, real quick.
I changed lanes without the blinker.
We know how you feel about
Boom.
Frontier. What are your thoughts on Spirit Airlines?
Okay. All right. I knew we were gonna get there. Okay.
Can I set the scene real quick?
Yeah.
Because
So when you were flying Frontier, we did pop off a bunch of jokes in the group text, and we're like, we
Not
hope you
me.
make it. Oh yeah, because
I
you
don't
don't like
joke.
flying.
Y'all did
That's
ask-
true.
I don't do plane jokes.
I did.
Yeah, I asked about my life insurance.
Singular. I asked about his life insurance. I just want to make sure Lacey and the kids are taken care of. But it was Frontier, and so we got into the studio today, and we're talking about it. And Tay, and I knew exactly what he was going to say. He's like, Flynn, how do you feel about Spirit Airlines? And Alondra,
Great,
his
Tay.
answer was,
They're underrated.
Spirit Airlines, definitely
Possibly
underrated.
the funniest answer that
I've
could have came out of his
only
mouth at
flown
that
Spirit
point.
once
Like,
and had no problems.
Look,
I've never
So
heard
they're one of one for
anyone
me, so-
ever say that Spirit Airlines is underrated.
So I understand. Well, that's because I know how they are rated.
I love it.
In public opinion, because I get the feeds. I get like people videoing fights and arguments and all this like stuff about Spirit, and I get that. And I didn't know that Frontier, what y'all had told me, was comparable to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so
pretty much.
It makes sense. I got it now. Like I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
But Spirit, to me, when you're talking about how they're rated really low because of what people post. So that said they're underrated because I've had some good experiences with, because they have these random direct flights from New Orleans. So like I told y'all, we took our family of 5 to a direct flight to Columbus, Ohio one time. And it was like $800.
I'm going to assume that you were going to go hang out with AJ.
Yeah, we were hanging out with the
else
Hawks.
were you going
There's
to
not a lot.
Columbus,
We
Ohio?
were going to visit Ohio State.
Unless, you were delivering my high to them.
We were visiting our friends, but like we got there for 5 kids. Or I'm sorry, family of 5, round trip for like $800 or $900. Now, here's my disclosure on that. So I did go. It was peaceful. We had nice. I'm not gonna say nice, but it was seats. All right, there were seats.
They had seats on the plane.
cushioned.
We didn't have to stand
That
up.
is bare minimum.
We didn't have to lay down.
You do have to pay for carry-ons. You can carry a backpack. You got to pay for things. All right, so it's like you bring your own snacks. Like you're already prepped. You're ready.
Yeah.
You don't let them handle. You get your boarding passes on your phone beforehand because they charge you to like print out boarding passes.
Oof.
They charge you for a lot of things. All right.
That's crazy.
But you got to be prepared. But I'll say the one complaint I had was a pretty big one. We were sitting there, and of course, everybody knows what it's like to travel with children.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot that you got to be very attentive. You don't get to relax a lot,
right?
Because they always need something. They need snacks. They need colors. They need whatever it is. Well, one of my children was eating or chewing gum. I can't remember what they were doing, but they needed something. They needed trash.
Yeah.
So what do you do if you need trash on an airplane? You get a doggy bag.
Yeah.
And you get the little throw up, the barf bag. And I'm like, all right, it's a fresh one. Boom. I get it. I pop it out. How do you pop it out? You put your hand in it, pop out the bottom. There was puke in it.
Wait.
No.
Yep. Stuck the old hand in some puke.
Hold up.
No.
A bag that was on the airplane.
Yep.
In the back of the seat, there was an old puke-used bag.
Yeah, I know.
And you had the audacity to say it was underrated.
Yeah, like I'm not with you anymore. Like I've only used it once and didn't have a problem. If I have that happen, I'm never using it again.
If I stick my hand in there and there's puke in there already,
that is like
everything
it is going
you
to be
Spirit Airlines.
Spirit Airlines brought to you by Jacob Hester.
Right.
That's
what?
everything you thought Spirit Airlines would be. What are you talking about underrated?
God.
Yeah, like
hey,
I was with you until this.
Guess what? It was
I
don't want that to happen for sure. Don't want to stick my hand in puke. I looked at Lacey and I was like, I'll be back.
Did you call somebody over and say, hey, there's puke in the bag?
What do you do? You're a little bit in shock. Like things are happening. You're traveling with 3 young kids as it is. So things are hectic. All right. I didn't have time to like look at the bag, inspect it, and be like, yep, that's a freshie. It was like,
no, you didn't.
I pulled it out. Boom. They needed that trash. When they need that trash, they need it right now. I don't know what it was for. Can't remember.
Wow. Did not expect that. I thought you were going to say they charged me for using the bag. I did not think that you were going to end up with puke on your hand.
Yep.
Did you end up telling anybody? Like, I got to say something to somebody.
He put it back.
So the next poor bastard, he got puke on his hand.
Yeah. It was just a pay it forward situation. I puked in a bag, stuck it in the pocket for the next guy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was tough. With that being said, I would fly it again because of the cheapness. Pretty good. Like if you can stick, what is the dollar amount for you to stick your hand in a bag of puke?
It feels like, instead of going to like Cabo, you're going to Tijuana when you chance a Spirit flight. You know what I mean?
Yep. Just your
Like,
classic.
I'm going to Mexico. Oh, Cabo, that's cool. Tijuana. All right.
But it's direct.
It was direct. Didn't have to change over.
There you go.
You talking about layovers with children? Ooh.
I don't know. I kind of go back and forth with that. Sometimes I'm like, because we go to California is the longest we go to see family.
Mm-hmm.
It's like direct from New Orleans to California. That's a long one, ball. But if you stop in, Dallas or Houston and kind of split it a little bit.
I was also on a Spirit plane one time. There was a mechanic working on the wing, and there was what looked at the time like duct tape, because it was silver tape on the wing. Duct tape is strong, right? But I did find out that there is something called I'm not even going to say this. I'm just going to make a generic term. It's like airplane tape that is specifically
I did see somebody say, it's not
specifically used. It looks like duct tape, so it did make me feel better.
Yeah.
Now, does Spirit pay for the airplane tape?
No.
Other than because it's probably the same.
No, they went to Walmart and got some duct tape.
But we made it. I was on that flight yesterday, and again, super hypersensitive to any noise that plane is making. Said my prayers. And y'all kept texting me before, and I was like, all right, guys, this is this group chat has a lot of fiery death vibes in it right now. So let's just chill.
Sorry, I was in the movie theater watching the movie, and it was fast cars, and so I had some adrenaline pumping. Just thought I'd shoot off some stray text messages.
Love it.
But you made it.
We made it.
Yeah, made it. Alondra, you really haven't seen the promos for the Brad Pitt F1 movie?
No, I didn't even know Brad Pitt had a movie out right now.
Wow. I feel like
Had no
they're
idea.
everywhere.
I don't really consume a lot of content outside of
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, certainly live TV, but I feel like if I was watching ESPN for some reason, F1, the promo was there.
I don't think I really pay attention hard enough to.
Did it linger at all?
It was long, but no, it didn't.
Yeah, well, that's because I was looking at movies over the weekend, and it was 2 hours 35 minutes. I think.
Yeah.
So I was like,
But no, it was good.
Did it keep your attention?
Yeah.
I'm sure there had.
No, I mean, not
2.5
really.
hours of
I mean, it was no pun intended, full throttle.
Ew.
Dang, Brad Pitt still got his fastball, son of a gun.
So who did he play?
Save some for the rest of us.
Who did he play?
In what?
What was the character?
Sonny was his name. Sonny Hayes, I believe.
So this is a fictional situation?
But they had real drivers, like Lewis Hamilton was in the movie. He didn't have any lines or anything, but they kept showing him, and I don't want to give too much away, but he was involved in a big scene. Ooh. So yeah,
okay.
Go check it out.
Good.
It's my movie recommendation. Just go see it. It's 2.5 hours, but it goes by pretty fast. Again, no pun intended there either. It's a good movie. Brad Pitt did great. Great movie. Go see it. Hadn't seen a movie in a very long time. Certainly that wasn't a cartoon, so me and Jackson enjoyed it. Ate my weight in popcorn, I think.
Oh, man. Come on.
Yesterday was cheat day, and there was cheating going on. Popcorn, peanut butter M&Ms, and pretzel.
Did you get
The pretzel M&Ms are so good, and I can't find them. Oh wait, like a pretzel, because they also have
pretzel, but pretzel M&Ms in the blue bag used to be hitting.
I
don't think they make them anymore.
I only see them in airports.
Yeah, they're probably old.
Yeah, and I'm still eating them.
Do they have the Coke Ices?
Yeah.
At movie theaters?
That used to be my favorite.
Dude, it was a game time decision. Blue, red, icy, or go with the Coke Zero. No, with the Coke Zero. It was a game time decision, though. I'm with you.
I will say they have made a lot of improvements in at-home popcorn technology. Like the at-home popcorn is legit now. Like it's getting pretty damn close to movie theater quality, but there's still nothing like that big old bucket. Take it over there to the fake butter dispenser. Push that greasy red button.
I know. I don't do that. I don't.
You don't do the butter?
I don't. No. I don't go overboard. I mean,
okay.
I still celebrate it.
Oh, dude, I'm going butter, white cheddar.
Give me the white cheddar shaker.
I'm buying the Reese's Pieces and dumping them in.
Yep.
Like we're doing it all.
I mean, at least peanut butter M&Ms. I went peanut butter. Get some protein in there. No
I
butter.
love the
No
peanut butter
extra
M&Ms.
butter on the popcorn. Went Coke Zero, not a Coke. I hadn't had a real Coke.
But
in
you know it's a
30 years.
difference when you go to the theater and you have the guy or girl that works back there that takes ultimate pride in how they scoop that popcorn up.
Oh yeah.
Like they fluff it up and they pour it up and they'll get it at halfway and they'll you want butter and they'll pour the butter halfway. They'll shake it, blah blah blah. Like they take pride in it, and this makes a difference. If you're a popcorn distributor,
at Perkins Row last night.
Yeah, I hadn't got it in a while. That's a difficult
They
part.
make it with love.
But y'all know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
You go
yeah.
to
I
the
know what you're
theater,
talking
and you
about.
get that guy that takes pride in it.
Yeah.
It makes a difference. Put a little TLC in that popcorn bucket.
No one
There
takes
was like
pride
there
in
was
their popcorn
we used to have an
work
old
anymore.
school movie theater. Like I'm saying old school, like old school. Like the seats like looked like little stadium seats where like the little chair just folded down. They were cloth and it wasn't even like on the riser. It was like the old like barely
Where
every
in
seat
the
was like
Shreveport did you
this
grow
was
up?
no, this was in California. I'm saying when I played for the Chargers, we went out and it was in Poway, California, but they had a guy, John, who did exactly what you're talking about, this old movie theater. Now they showed all new movies, but it had like a retro feel to it, and he was that. Like he was a show. When he put the popcorn into a bucket, you were getting like you're paying for the movie ticket, but you're also paying for John's services, for him to go out there and ham it up when he's making the popcorn. And it was a great experience.
Good for him. I don't even know if he's alive or dead, but RIP to him.
He's probably
Good
still
for
with
him.
us. He was young.
Good for him.
He was a young fella.
We need more Johns out there.
We do. More Johns.
Whatever your job is, be a John.
All right. Be a John's going to be the theme of today's show. We'll take a break. More OTB when we come back. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
Be a John.
Be a John,
Be
buddy.
a John today
You know who
out
is a
there in
John?
the community. Boudreaux's. BoudreauxElectrical.com. Get a free Generac quote right there on the website. 985-397-1562 on the North Shore in the greater Baton Rouge area. 225-300-9389. But when you go to the website again, you can get everything scheduled top right of the corner. Have them come out. You do not. And look, we had weather this weekend. Your power probably went out. But if you had a whole home generator from Boudreaux's, you had the ultimate peace of mind. BoudreauxElectrical.com.
Oh, man. There's nothing like a storm that's coming. You get the weather. Everyone's talking about brace yourself this weekend. And you go into that with the peace of mind knowing that nothing is going to happen to your home because you're going to have power. Be the envy of your neighborhood. Be the one with the lights on when everybody else goes dark. Go check them out. BoudreauxElectrical.com.
And emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
At Luba Workers' Comp, Our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luva, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back in OTB on a Monday morning. Let's go ahead, 24 minutes in, and get this show started.
It's time to get to work. Courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
All right, go to GoFlowIV.com. GoFlowIV.com is the website. You can go visit them on Facebook. GoFlow IV Spa to learn more information. You see the number right there behind us, 225-953-8150. Give them a call. We already know summer is here, and so is the heat, so is the humidity. And if you're outside, out and about, make sure you are hydrated.
Yeah, go check them out. Go see go to their website, see their menu of IVs that you can get. You can get hydrated. You can get vitamized, whatever it is. Go check them out. If you're feeling bad, not feeling yourself, hey, maybe you just want to preactively hydrate before something else happens in your life. Who knows? Go check them out. GoFlowIVSpa.com.
All right, so Tay, you put this inside of the document, and it is a little surprising, and it is the strength of schedule for the SEC teams. And, of course, we're talking football here because they go, from 16 down to number 1, and at number 16 – the Texas Longhorns played in the SEC championship game a year ago. So really good last year, expected to be really good this year, and their average opponent win total is the lowest in the SEC. At number 15, another team that made the college football playoff, Tennessee. So you go two teams that made the college football playoff, Texas and Tennessee, with what is expected to be the easiest schedules as far as win totals in the SEC. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. Embarrassment of riches there. And I guess, this isn't – it's a little bit different than the old days where you controlled your strength of schedule a lot by who you scheduled, out of conference, blah, blah, blah. So this is really just kind of the luck of the draw at this point, like who's good, who's bad, like the teams that are rebuilding that you're facing, where you're falling in your home, you're being the visitor at home or away, whatever it is. Like they take all of that into account. So really, you got two of the better teams last year in the SEC, just getting a little bit fortunate here on this scheduling. So, good for them, but they can't really control everything that happens on their schedule or how people are ranking them on a strength of schedule. So.
You take your SEC schedule is obviously it's given to you, and you take it. And if you're fortunate enough to be Texas or Tennessee, or if you're not fortunate enough and you're Oklahoma, which we'll get to them. But so we go Texas, Tennessee, then Missouri's at 14. Ole Miss comes in at number 13. The Auburn Tigers come in at number 12, and then the LSU Tigers. Average opponent win total is 7.2. And it says here, LSU's conference slate will be slightly tougher than it was last year due to the locations of the Ole Miss and Alabama games being flipped, but it's still manageable. LSU gets Texas A&M and Florida in Baton Rouge, both games the Tigers lost last year. You're going to Ole Miss, you're going to Alabama. Ole Miss is not as difficult of a place to play, in my opinion, than A&M or Florida. I think both those venues obviously are going to be more difficult to play in. Alabama, it's usually up for the LSU game, but still, Like A&M and Florida, those are not easy road trips. And I'm not even just talking about the strength of that team. I'm talking about just the atmosphere and the venue that you play in. So it's kind of
it doesn't really matter. Those are the types of venues. It doesn't really matter how good the team is, because those places are always going to be tough. And both those teams with LSU coming in are always going to look at it as some sort of a rivalry. Probably. I guess I would say Florida more than A&M, but they seem kind of equal as far as what the other opponent thinks about LSU as a rivalry. But those are tough plays. The Swamp is so. It doesn't matter if Florida's a 5-win team or a 10-win team. That place is going to be tough to walk in there and LSU to beat them always. Maybe not in the last 10 years or so, because our record's pretty good against them. But still, tough place to play. And we've gone into Kyle Field multiple times, and been a tough game for us. So I don't know. Those ones are always for us are going to be tough.
To me, it's more like, sure, where you're going, but it's also like where it's at in the schedule, how many games are butted up against each other. Is it spread out more than anything, more than where you're playing and who you're playing? Because you play in the SEC, you're not going to have oftentimes just an easy path to get to the finish line. And so for LSU, the thing that is going to be different, you do face Florida on September the 13th. That is always an October game. It is now the third game of the year. So you go at Clemson, Louisiana Tech at home, Florida at home, then you get Southeastern at home before you go to Ole Miss. So you get them at home, but I would say that's a tough stretch. I don't know if I'd go Clemson, Tech, Florida, and no disrespect to Louisiana Tech, you're just sandwiched in between those games, because you get Ole Miss at the end of that before you get a bye week. Then after the bye week, it's South Carolina at home, at Vanderbilt, Texas A&M at home. That's a pretty tough 3-game stretch. I'd probably go there with the toughest one, because then you get a bye week. Then it's at Bama, Arkansas at home, Western Kentucky, at Oklahoma. But I would say South Carolina at Vandy and A&M might be your toughest stretch. So, yes, the opponents and going on the road, there is some difficulty to the schedule. But you get a lot of good games at home. Right now, at Vanderbilt, who knows? Diego Pavia, we saw teams go in there last year. Alabama come out with a loss. Texas had to fight till the very end against Vandy at home. So those aren't guarantees. But the opponents are tough. But you kind of got a favorable draw of how many of those heavy hitters you have in a row, because right now I don't think, because of a bye week between Ole Miss and South Carolina, you're not going to face 2 preseason top 25 opponents back-to-back.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about how I feel about the stance here of, is the stretch more difficult because you're facing good teams back-to-back? Is it more difficult than facing maybe a couple better teams with like the lower schools sandwiched in between? And my feelings against scheduling smaller schools on the schedule anyway. I don't love it. I don't think or it will or should ever really change. I just don't love it as a fan and like as a viewer of football, right? But as a player, I think I prefer the games stacked up on each other, one by one, because even though you're playing a Southeastern or Louisiana Tech, it doesn't mean you're getting extra work in for the next team.
Yeah,
you're making the assumption that it's going to be a less stressful game. It's going to be lower impact on the body, which that might have a little bit, but it's not like they're going out and playing two-hand touch or anything. It's the same situation. You're just not quite as, whether you admit it or not, or subconsciously or even aware of it, the preparation's a little bit less. You're not playing as hard in those games as you do for the big schools. And it's just the human nature. That's just the nature of the beast, all right? So I think I would rather the games stacked up on each other. Because every week you're focusing on an opponent. I get it. Maybe they hit a little bit harder, maybe. But, it's still college football. Whether you play at South Carolina, you play at Louisiana Tech, you're still a college football athlete. That's going to hit pretty hard. Or, you just might not have the skills that somebody else has. So like the speed or the hand-eye, whatever it is. But they're still big, strong, and fast. I mean, we're still hitting. We're still taking. Our bodies are still taking and beating, right? So I think I would prefer that. So I would say that stretch. I would say the first stretch of the game to me, or the first stretch of the year, excuse me.
At Clemson, Louisiana Tech at home, Florida at home, Southeastern at home, and at Ole Miss.
Yeah, that stretch to me is probably the most important, especially over that middle where you're what would we say, South Carolina.
You got South Carolina, Vandy, and A&M. Vandy being on the road against the Commodores in Nashville.
I think just once you get in like SEC play and you're playing good teams every single week, you tend to get in a rhythm, right? Like it's just more of a rhythm of, all right, this is SEC play. We're in a rhythm. We got a good team every single week. This is the preparation, blah, blah, blah. I think with the smaller schools, the preparation is a little bit different.
Louisiana Tech game is going to be packed. I don't know if y'all have talked to people, like everybody I talk to, when they start talking about football season, I guess because it is the first home game, you start off on the road. Everybody I know is like, yeah, we'll be there for the Tech game. We'll be there for the Tech game. You think that same referee that was backpedaling and tried to beat me into the end zone is going to be calling the game again?
He's been training.
There's no doubt.
He's been training since that day.
Flipped his hips. Good God.
Well, did we ever get like a backstory on that guy?
No.
Like how many years did you play in the league?
I don't know, but we need to.
That dude was legit.
The transition he made was pro.
It is so great when you see the clips. You see him every year in every sport, but especially football, when there's like a long play, a break-off run. Like you got that one referee that's like, yep, this is what I've been training for. Watch this, boys.
A lot of those guys are former players.
Yeah,
one of my teammates, Antoine Cason, played at Arizona. Actually played against us here. Jamarcus threw a pick to him. It was like the only thing Arizona did that day. But he was our first-round pick in San Diego, and he had a long career, 8-9 years in the NFL. But he became a referee, and he started like in high school and college, and now I think this might be his first year where he's getting some NFL action.
That's awesome. Good for him. Came up through the ranks.
Yep.
But, yeah, it's so funny when you see those guys because you got some – like you'll have an NFL punt returner like just streaking down the sideline. You got a referee running side by side with him. Like he's not at that point. He's not looking for anything. He's not looking for any penalties. He's just trying to show out on TV.
Trying to get on camera.
Like watch this, kids.
Yes. All right. We'll take a break. We'll get more into some SEC scheduling. Who has the hardest schedule in the SEC? You've probably already guessed, but we'll break it all down when we come back on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. Trashrangers.com is a website where you can sign up for residential commercial service, roll-off dumpsters. It is reliable and hassle-free trash removal here in South Louisiana. You can simplify your trash disposal with our guys over at Trash Rangers. No hidden fees, reliable weekly service, and always remember, because they're going to help you remember, with the text reminders. It is a great service that they offer over at Trash Rangers. Give them a call today, 225-612-2477.
Yeah, there's nothing quite like forgetting to take the trash out. Nothing will get you in the doghouse faster with your beloved than forgetting to take the trash. Trash Rangers, they will text you, remind you every single week, hey man, bring out your trash, put it out. We're coming to pick it up tomorrow. So go to their website, see how they can help you. Residential, commercial, roll-off dumpsters, whatever it is, go visit them, trashrangers.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
In on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
Hey, Matt Flynn.
What's up?
You know who turns 39 today?
No.
Demetrius Byrd.
All right, D-Bird. Let's go.
Open of our show. Demetrius Byrd.
Yeah, D-Bird is on our show every single day.
He is. Welcomes the people to the show. Shout out D-Bird.
What a good call that was.
Shout out a great moment in LSU football history. A chaotic moment, but a great moment. Well,
for some.
Chaotic on the sidelines, calm in the huddle.
I like to say there was 92,000 nervous people, and there was 11 people that weren't.
We really weren't.
Maybe we should have been.
I don't know. You know, so, like, you'll see a movie, all right? And stay with me. You'll see a movie, and it'll be a sports movie. For the love of the games, that does a really nice job. I'm sure. Have y'all all seen that with Kevin Costner? All
Billy
right.
Chappell?
Yeah. So, like, everything kind of slows down. He's kind of talking to himself a little bit. Like, sometimes you don't think that happens in a sport like football where it's so fast, and you're in the huddle. But there's a couple of moments that does happen. It's like everything does feel like it's slow motion a little bit. You feel like the clock's not running as fast. And oddly enough, that was one of those moments for me, at least, because the clock's ticking. Now, we knew we had Colt David, and Colt was a really, really good college kicker. Yeah. But we wanted to go finish it on offense. And, you know, as the play comes in, it felt like nobody was in a rush. I don't think it was that. But then when we kind of realized what was going on, and we realized what defense Muschamp was going to play, like, we felt really good about the situation.
Yeah.
I mean, you seemed calm. I don't know if you were.
Yeah. So you call the play, and I didn't know we were going to get into this, but I mean, what a cool
I didn't
story
know
this is, right?
Yeah.
Shout out, by the way, happy birthday,
Condon
D-Bird.
tagged us because it's Demetrius' birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, D-Bird. What a legend. What a great addition to our team, too, by the way. Good Lord.
Yeah,
so
we JUCO, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we get to the line of scrimmage. Well, they call the play. And let me tell you, like, we spend so many meeting and practice hours. Like, we work on every situation. We go through everything that can happen, that could happen, that might happen, that probably won't happen.
Yeah.
You go through all of that. you practice most of it. You can't practice against like every single situation, like every single defense they could throw at you or whatever. But you practice the plays. You practice the time management. You practice the, air quote, like special plays, like plays that might never happen. So like there's always a period or 2 periods in a game week that you practice those weird things, like church plays or Hail Marys, or we call them Jesse James stand-up plays where the defense like stands up the runner and doesn't tackle him, so a couple extra seconds run, just weird situational football. But this is one of those. It's like, hey, we've worked on it before, so we're going to call a play that's base. It's a 7-man protection. It's a base play. It's simple. We're just going to run go routes. We're just going to run deep.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're going to call this in a situation at the end of the game where the clock might be running.
Yeah.
It may or may not be running. But if it is running, you're going to get up to the line of scrimmage, and if they give you a shot, take it.
Yeah.
They probably won't. 95% of the time, they'll probably, in that situation, they'll probably line up. But there's a chance that if you're on the fringe field goal range, and that's where we were.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like a gimme field goal.
No.
I mean, it's certainly not like a
over 40.
55-yard.
It'd have been over 40.
Yeah, anywhere around that 40 yards. So if they're in that range, anywhere between like a 35 and a 45-yard field goal, always have to kind of be alert in the back of your head that in a 2-minute situation or an end of the game situation, be ready for pressure. Why? Because the defense wants to sack you and put you out of field goal range.
Yeah. It'd have been right. I just looked. It would have been a 40-yard field goal.
Yeah. So every time that we run 2 minutes, it's always like once you cross the 50, be alert for pressure, because they're going to try to get you out of field goal range.
Yeah.
So we knew that there was a chance, but in reality, we thought they're probably going to play some sort of too high safety, not going to give up the deep ball.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. But we've worked on it before. If they line up at man to man, take a shot, because the play's only going to last from snap to throw. It's only going to last about 4 seconds, 4.5 seconds, maybe 5 seconds, whatever it is. So I'll be damned if we didn't line up and there's single high safety, press man, which why are you pressing on this? Even if you want to pressure, no reason to press. I guess he's a little bit off on D-Bird, but still. There he is. Boom!
Birthday boy.
Oh, let's go, birthday boy. Happy birthday.
Demetrius.
Now, we've talked about this, about like your role in that play, which was obviously uber crucial. I think you and Sean Jordan switched, right?
Well, no. So we were supposed to be in I formation because it was less miles. Why not?
We said split it.
Yeah, and you were like, hey, split backs. So pause right there, Tay. We had never, like, this wasn't in the playbook.
Yeah,
we did not have split backs, me and Sean Jordan, Sean being the fullback, I'm the tailback here in this situation. So Sean's supposed to be in front of me in a 3-point stance. I'm supposed to be at like 7.5, toes at 7.5. But because Flynn saw pressure, he knew it was coming. He told us to split. So this formation did not exist in our playbook. But if I was at 7 yards, Sean was at 5, Sean would have had an easy time. He would have been okay picking up that blitzer off the right side. But I would have had some trouble because the guy that I had to pick up was coming straight through the A-gap. So if he's coming right through the A-gap, I'm at 7.5. I've got to try to go around Flynn, not knock Matt off his drop back or kind of getting his eyesight to pick up this blitzing linebacker. And it would just been a tough block.
Yeah.
And so
it was one of those situations that you, like, this is the reason you work on it, because you expect things. So, like, because we knew of the area of the field we were, we could expect maybe they pressure us to knock us out of field goal range. Maybe they don't.
Mm-hmm.
But let's split it, because I know I'm under center, and there's nothing worse than having a free rusher at you and a back having to, like, go around your back foot because, you know,
you're going to clip each other.
It happens in practice. Your feet clip. Something weird could happen, and you want to avoid it. So split backs, nobody thinks we're going to run it.
Yeah.
So we're not trying to, like, we're not putting on a facade. Right. Like, we're not running this. We're not running power.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, split backs. Because there's nothing more like alone on an island as a quarterback when you're under center and there's a linebacker that is in the A gap or the B gap looking right at your face. Like, we're making eye contact, and usually he's like frothing at the mouth because defensive people are animals. And you know that he's unblocked. You know that the guard in the center are just going to, like, pretend he's not even there. They're just going to go their own ways and block their guys. And you know the back has to have your back.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're going to part the Red Sea, and then it gives the linebacker a three-way go.
Yep.
And if I'm trying to avoid you, get back into the rush lane, it becomes a lot of different ways I can lose.
Yeah, and you stood up, you punched him right in the face with your face.
It's the only move I have.
Boom. That's all I got.
I only got a lot.
That's all I got.
I don't
So
have a
there you
lot,
go.
man.
Y'all were nervous. We weren't.
Not nervous at all. This all slowed down.
You know who was nervous?
Who?
Will Muschamp.
Yeah, he was. I still can't believe he brought pressure. The corners didn't like immediately bail and try to keep everything in front of them. Shocking.
So I remember that. So Will Muschamp obviously was part of an incredible run, an incredible coaching staff here at LSU. A guy that recruited both of us out of high school, and then of course he makes his coaching journey. And just like all coaches do, they're going to be at multiple different places, especially assistant coaches that have want to be head coaches. And so he's the defensive coordinator there at Auburn that year in 2007. And so I remember playing. There was a third down or something, and I scramble out, run up the sideline, get the first down, and I run out of bounds before I get hit or whatever. And I see, that the classic. It was almost the same thing. Remember the clip of Saban and Muschamp,
getting Lionel Turner.
Getting Lionel Turner. It was almost the same thing, but the other way, yelling at his guys because I scrambled out. And I'm not going to say the F words, but he was basically saying, break his legs. Break his legs. Break his MF legs if he tries to run.
Oh, my gosh. Thanks, Will.
I think Will, and I was like, hey, bud, weren't you the guy that sat in my living room when I was a high school kid telling me?
Dude, you told Alvin and Ruth all those sweet nothings.
That's
what happened
exactly
to that?
right. Now you're trying to break my legs?
I'll tell you what Will said to me to close out hour number 1 of OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GoTommies.com, Geaux, Tommies. That's Tommies with a Y.com. You'll clearly see the difference once you go to the website. That's Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. And this year, they are the award winner. Best windows in Baton Rouge, according to The Advocate. But
is that the first time?
No, it's not their first award. Certainly not that. 2016, 17, 18, 19, so on and so forth. They have won the Angie's List Super Service Award. So that's just what they do over at Tommy's. Have them come out. Have them see your home. Whatever your project is, they can get it done because you can see testimonials and a gallery of work on the website. But always remember, Tommy and the team can customize your job.
Yeah, you have a lot of options out there. But Tommy's, if you use them, you will see a difference and you will see it clear. Go to their website, see the testimonials, see what other clients say about them. Look at their gallery, see the work that they've done, see what they can do for you, lifetime warranties on all their products. Go Tommys.com.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
...2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Again, found out it was Demetrius Bird's birthday, reliving the crazy Auburn game. I will say, so I was like an off returner for that game because they did a lot of squib kicks. And so when Auburn took the lead, I remember going over there because it looked like they had a good chance to win the game before the last drive. And Will Muschamp, who again was here, he looks at me, winks, and has a big old grin on his face because he thinks we got you. Mm-hmm. So we get the ball back, we score, 3 seconds left, whatever it was. I go back in the same position on kickoff because like I'm running down on this kickoff. Like there's no chance that I'm not like we're gonna tackle this guy. We're gonna win. And I remember going over there. I'm like the L3 or whatever, and I look over at Muschamp, and he looks at me and clear as day. He's like, "F you, Hester, F you," but says it like that mean like that look that he has on his face.
It wasn't like cutesy.
I was like, "What happened to the wink, Will?"
It didn't have like a lot of respect.
No.
Yeah, because sometimes in the sports world, you can say that in an endearing way.
Yeah, it was not.
Or at least with a little respect.
Congrats. He was not very happy.
Did you wink at him?
No, I just was laughing at him. And I told him that story when I covered Georgia's national championship game in L.A. against TCU. I was like, "Hey, do you remember that?" He's like, "I didn't do that." I was like, "Yeah, you did."
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did. He's like, "I wouldn't do that."
I feel like you've had a lot of outer body experiences, though, in your defense.
Yes.
And that whole coaching staff did.
Yeah, they like to whisper sweet nothings.
When we come back in hour 2, I want to talk about a big question that's on my mind. Are placeholders real people?
All right.
Off the bench.
Go to RussellPools.com. We are so fired up to have Russell Pool Company on the OTB team. 225-464-5430 is the number. Truly a one-stop shop. When you go to RussellPools.com, you click on services, you'll see it all. Construction, maintenance, retail. They can do it all. You should trust them, not just because we say it. Now, we are giving them, obviously, our full endorsement, but the Tigers trust them as well when they're trying to recover, get back onto the field. Go to RussellPools.com.
Yeah, we are very excited and proud to be partnered up with Russell Pools. When you think of pools, quality, luxury, whatever it is, whatever pools, when you think of the highest quality in Louisiana, you think of Russell Pools. They got new leadership over there, Chris Anderson and the crew doing an amazing job. One-stop shop. Most pool companies, they don't have any landscape architects. Russell has 2. Give them a call. See how they can help you. Full turnkey over there. RussellPools.com.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
At Luba Workers' Comp, Our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luva, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Monday, June 30th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect partly cloudy skies with a high of 90. In hour two of today's show, we'll continue the discussion around college football. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number two of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour two of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number two, OTB. Before we answer Flynn's question, or Holder's people too, I do want to make sure I close the book on the schedule conversation that we had, because LSU did come in at number 11. When you look at average opponent win total, 7.2. To round out the top 10, at number 10, Texas A&M. At number 9, South Carolina. At number 8, the Georgia Bulldogs. At number 7, the Florida Gators. At number 6, Alabama. Number 5, Arkansas Razorbacks. 4, Kentucky. Poor son of a guns. Mississippi State at number 3. Vanderbilt at number 2. And the Oklahoma Sooners at number 1. It says here, Oklahoma did not get a warm welcome to the SEC with a tough schedule last year, and it is a gauntlet again in 2025. The Sooners must play Texas, Ole Miss, Alabama, and LSU. They also play Missouri and South Carolina, two programs that competed for a playoff spot in 2024. Good luck, Brent Venables.
Yeah, show some life this year, Oklahoma. 2-7
They have done a
last
nice
year.
job of adding to the roster.
I know.
But
yeah, we talked about this last week. I mean, you're an Oklahoma Sooners fan. You expect them to be in the conversation, at least a conference championship every year. No, I mean, I get it. They're early in the SEC. But at the bare minimum, middle of the pack, not bottom of the pack. So show some life.
What did Mississippi State and Kentucky do to the league office? They made somebody mad. Have y'all seen both those schedules? Matt, I know you've been doing a deep dive into it.
Yeah. I think by memory, give it to you.
Go ahead.
I think they play the Saints.
They do. They do.
Mississippi State at Southern Miss. That's a choice. Arizona State at home.
Wait, they're at Southern Miss?
At Southern Miss.
That's almost as bad as Oklahoma.
That'd be like LSU playing
because at least
at
it's
Tech
regional.
this year.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was
wait,
gonna try.
yeah.
It's not like Tulane because Tulane's actually really good.
Yeah.
You know, over the last
It'd be
couple
like
of years.
LSU going to Tech.
I mean, we went to the Superdome.
I mean, you would think that even Southern Miss would want to play there because usually when they go play, they're getting paid.
Yeah, look at the gate. But so at Southern Miss, Arizona State at home, who made the college football playoff last year, expected to be really good with Sam Levitt at quarterback. Alcorn State at home, Northern Illinois at home, who beat Notre Dame last year. You get Tennessee at home, at Texas A&M, at Florida, Texas, at Arkansas, Georgia, at Missouri, and Ole Miss. So they play Arizona State playoff team, Tennessee playoff team, Texas playoff team, Georgia playoff team.
At least they're home games.
Sure.
At Florida and at A&M, we were just talking about that with LSU. Like, you get to avoid that.
Man.
Not them.
Hey, you could look at it as just a huge opportunity.
You could.
This is our
For
chance.
Jeff Lebby.
This is our chance to beat 4 playoff teams last year, boys. Make a statement.
For Kentucky, who's also on that, is
Jeff Lebby.
Toledo at home, Ole Miss at home, Eastern Michigan at home, at South Carolina, at Georgia, Texas, Tennessee, at Auburn, Florida, Tennessee Tech, at Vanderbilt, at Louisville. Oof. I don't know if my boy Mark. Oof.
That one feels tougher than
I know it.
the state one.
It's a lot of ats. It's a lot of ats. And even the games, you're at South Carolina, you're at Georgia, you're at Auburn, you're at Vandy, you're at Louisville. Even the home games, it's Ole Miss, Texas, Tennessee, and Florida.
This is a. If you look, let's just say you're Stoops and you're going into the season, the guys that you have on your team, they're not dumb. They see the schedule. Hey, what is your messaging to the team? Because most coaches, no matter the circumstance, I mean, we did it when we played for Dennis Allen was our coach for the Raiders. Like, you still, before the season, you talk Super Bowl. Like, our goal is to win the championship, blah, blah, blah. And that's what every coach I've ever been around, that's their preseason goal. Like, you come from a program like Mississippi State, like Kentucky, and then you look at the schedule. Your kids know what's happening. Your kids know you got to go and the difficulty. But so what is the messaging? Do you avoid, like, big picture talk? Do you just, like, take it as your clear message that you're painting in front of all these kids to believe in every single day? Like, be a pest? Like, take it week by week? Because there's certainly you have to avoid talking about, like, impossible things.
Right.
And not to say anything's impossible in sports. I get it. But it certainly seems like it by looking at the schedule. So what does that messaging look like if you were the coach? Like, I think I would keep it real short term.
Yeah, and
like very, very short term messaging.
Right. And Charles, yes, we also know that it's the same opponents from last year. So that's how the schedule laid out the first 2 years, and they made a point of emphasis to say this is how it's going to be the first 2 years, and then we'll change it up. But here's a couple things, Charles, that are different. All right, location, because that flips, so that matters, and also how good these teams are from what it looked like a year ago. So last year when LSU was playing Vanderbilt at the beginning of the season, nobody thought that would be anything, or Florida for that matter. And then it looked like Florida wasn't going to be any good, and well, they turned out they went on a run. And Vanderbilt, turns out they were pretty damn good last year. So that's what's different about it this year compared to last year. It might be the same opponents, but those opponents look different. Tennessee makes a playoff run. All right, so that kind of changes the narrative of their program. If you had at Auburn, well, you might have thought that was more difficult than it actually turned out to be. So where you play them, where they're at in the schedule too, that matters. We keep saying it over and over again. From our experience, that matters, like where these games are scheduled. So the fact that you've got to play Florida now in the third game, that's different than playing them in the back end of the season. So the opponents might be the same, but the locations changed. The teams themselves have changed, and also where they're placed in your schedule. Like, all of that matters whenever you're talking about SEC football.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you're playing, and you could say that. Like when we first brought a strength of schedule, like 1 through 16, I'm like, yeah, the strength of schedule in the SEC, yeah, I get it, but it's always going to be tough. It's the SEC. It's the best conference in the country for a reason, because nobody has an easy schedule. But it just you have to look at, when you rank these things, you have to look at timing of the year, what they did last year, the preseason coming up, and then home and away is the big thing. So, I mean, we all know it doesn't matter if you're playing a bottom of the tier team in the SEC, middle of the team, top tier. Yeah. Being at home is a huge advantage. You know, I think bookkeepers say in college football that it's like 3 points, I believe. If you're the home team, you get 3 points. So if it's an even match, if you're at home, you'll be -3.
Right.
That's kind of a rough number. I mean, I would say it might be even -4 in the SEC. It just makes that big of a difference. So, yeah, I mean, it turns out, like last year, they got a little bit of break. This year, you know, chickens have come home.
Man, those two schedules right there, that is very tough.
What an opportunity, boys.
What an opportunity to go shock the world.
Shock the world.
To Alondra's point, at least Mississippi State does have the backing of the Cowbells at home for some of those games. Kentucky, you better bring some of that bourbon from home to those road trips, because you might need it after the game.
I got a question about one of those teams that that has a tough schedule. So Vanderbilt, I was thinking about their quarterback, Diego Pavia, and like the success that he had last year.
Right.
And I was thinking about his success that he had. Can you compare it to when teams are facing something they're not really expecting? Like somebody that plays a little off schedule at a certain position, plays a little bit different. The guy is a great football player and a meathead, but he doesn't play the quarterback like a normal traditional quarterback will play.
Right.
Is that something that 1 year later, after teams they're not underestimating him, they're not underestimating Vanderbilt anymore, because we all have fallen into that trap.
Yeah, for sure.
For years and years, and rightfully
going
so.
all the way back to bad body language, Jay.
Yeah, and rightfully so. It is a team that could be overlooked. This year, it ain't going to happen. Right. So I think the question can be made, does Diego Pavia's success go down this year? Because last year was a little bit about little bit of the I didn't have time to prep for this.
And they had, I don't want to say gimmicky, because I always find that disrespectful.
It's not
an innovative offense where it was a little bit of the KISS method, but they ran it so efficiently.
Yep.
And they did a really nice job of keeping you guessing, and you didn't really know. Now that they have a full year of that, are they going to be better prepared? So not even individually, but just schematically as well.
I mean, and schematically, this is not the same. I'm just painting an example here. Like, you face a triple option team.
Yeah.
It's difficult the first time.
Right.
The next time, it's a lot easier because you guys have seen it. You know, as coaches, you know how to prepare for it. So my thought is, and I'm not giving like a prediction yet on this, but I think the question can be made that Diego Pavia could be less successful this year because people have more time to prepare on playing a quarterback that's a little bit off schedule than most traditional quarterbacks you see.
That's all right. We have our double agent, Alondra Villarreal, on Diego Pavia at all times.
Yeah.
She made sure that he didn't play well in Tiger Stadium last year.
I saw him at an after party in Nashville. Went up to him.
Yep.
Gave him a little talk, got in his head a little bit, and he did terrible.
Nice. What'd you say?
I was like, hey.
Suck.
Yeah, I was like, dude, take it easy on us.
That was it? No, that's good. Like, hype him up. Give him overconfidence.
Yeah. So good.
And the tight end, what was
Eli
his name?
Stowers.
Eli and the O lineman that was there too. Like, they did not perform that
Sounds
game
like they
at
were
all.
partying a little too hard.
They were partying a little too hard in
If
Nashville.
they want to be champions, they got to cut the partying out.
To your point,
2007 LSU didn't party at all.
Nope.
To your point about the Pavia thing, somebody I thought of was Steven Garcia at South Carolina. So it was actually his second year starting when they had the success. They went like 9-3. I think the bowl game got them like 10 games. It was when they went to Tuscaloosa, beat Alabama and all that. And I was like, I remember, that was 2010. I was like, I remember the year after he wasn't good. he wasn't good at all because South Carolina wasn't sneaking up on people. In 2011, he played in 5 games, 4 touchdowns, 9 picks, got benched.
Interesting.
So like that was like the first guy I thought of. And so, I mean, to your point, he ain't sneaking up on anybody this year.
Yep. And I don't want to take any credit away from him because I think I love watching him play. Like, that is a guy that is fun to watch play college football. I just think that the question can certainly be brought up. And I think we'll probably have some predictions about that later when we get closer to college football season starting. But I think it's something to look into. A year more to prepare for them. So
I just looked it up. The CMAs are a month after we play Vanderbilt. So I might have to make a trip up there.
Yeah. Talk that ish to him.
Yeah.
Or no, build them up.
No, I got to just really put the charm on him. So I think he was just probably thinking about me during the game. And he was like, dang, that girl had so much confidence in me that she asked me to take it easy on her team.
I can fit that ball in that tight window. Pick.
Boom.
Yeah.
Tell him you get a Heisman vote and you're voting for him.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Yeah. I do have a Heisman vote. You can just say
I'll say I have 2 Heisman votes.
You can just say like, hey, our show has a Heisman vote.
Oh, true.
So
that way I'm not lying.
Just saying.
How long do I got to do this radio thing before I get one? Like 2 months?
2 months.
You're almost there.
Maybe a little bit longer than that.
All right, we'll go for 3.
Maybe a little bit longer.
If I don't have it
than
in 3, I'll be pissed.
He also is shorter than advertised.
I believe that.
Yeah, because I think he's listed at 6 feet. I
I had heels.
You're 5'10" in our hearts.
I had heels on. I was taller than him.
Yeah. He's a little fella.
Nice, shoddy.
Stuff. To your point, though, about being prepared and the second time you see somebody, if I'm an A&M fan, I'm a little bit worried about Marcel Reed. Because I think once you get the book on him, now, look, he crushed LSU. LSU wasn't ready for it. LSU was getting after Texas A&M, and they had a great game plan initially. And then once he came into the game, obviously they couldn't make that adjustment, and A&M won the game. But Marcel Reed's a quarterback. He threw 6 interceptions last year, only 15 touchdowns, 60% completion percentage, right around that. I can see him going down as well.
Yeah, I can too. I mean, he's going to be one of those guys that you would think he's going to have some games, some really good games, but the odds are, I think, his defenses will figure out how to stop him. Now he's going to pop off and make his plays. Like he's going to make.
He's too athletic. He'll make
he's
some.
Too athletic. He's going to make his plays, but to consistently do it throughout the duration of an entire game, let alone a duration of an entire season, is going to be a challenge. Now, like we also want to also emphasize that there's a long off season, and these kids are so young and they're growing. Like these kids can make huge improvements that behind closed doors that nobody sees, and things happen. Like look at Jaden from year 1, year 2. Look at Joe Burrow from year 1, year 2. Yeah. Like there's huge improvements. The foundation was there. Like you knew they could do it. You knew they were great. Kind of like Marcel a little bit. Like you've seen him play well. Does he have the skill set and the ability to make different jumps? I don't know. We will see, but I agree with you on that. I think that there's a chance there that defenses can figure it out.
All right. When we come back, are you going to tell us
our placeholders are real people too?
Yeah, we got weekend winners coming up at 30.
I mean, people want to know, so it's a big deal. We just keep teasing it. I mean,
can we?
Stacking them up.
Can we? Did you do it in the NFL?
I did it 1 year. Yeah, I was holder 1 year.
And then Tony Romo, low key, screwed that up for every quarterback. Like 100%. We'll make fun of Tony Romo. We'll make fun of the Cowboys. We'll tell you why holders are real people. We will not do that except when it's Tony Romo and he's in a playoff game and he screws it for the Cowboys. Sorry, Tate. Let's relive that. Weekend winners at 8:30. Stay with us.
Tony Romo couldn't predict that.
Off the bench.
I don't know, Jim. That ball was coming back there pretty fast. I don't know.
Laces out, Jim.
Speaking of fast, Highlanders go fast. Don't know how to know that. Don't know. Go to All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. You can see it all. You can buy new. Of course, everything's available. Duh. You can lease where everything is also available. And you can rent where everything's also available. Everything. Every category, every vehicle that they sell new, you can lease and you can rent. Per day rental prices right now. Pretty big holiday coming up.
America's birthday.
Couple days. Probably going to be hitting the road going somewhere. And if you're going somewhere, you want to save miles on your vehicle, maybe you need something bigger than your current vehicle, go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
Yeah, I told you, I was the youngest of 5 kids. 2 sisters. My dad, taking care of his little girls, bought them both Toyotas. Why? Because they're durable, they're safe, they're efficient. Check them out. Buy a Toyota today. allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
All right, welcome back in. OTB, Matt Flynn. Before, hey, do we have this ready?
This is a good song.
I'd love audio, actually, just so we relive the entire moment. Here is the moment where people like myself, Matt Flynn, could not continue being holders in the NFL because of this one person and this one moment. He totally ruined it for the rest of us.
15-yard field goal attempt. Oh, it is fumbled by Romo, and then Romo's going to run to the end zone, and he's going to get tackled by Jordan Babineau. Amazing.
Unbelievable.
How crazy is this?
There is nothing automatic in football. Oh, the ball just slipped out of his hands. Yep. It was a good snap.
He still had a chance. If he touched it right there.
And he went to put it down, and it just slipped.
If you're absolutely listening on the radio, it is the Cowboys versus the Seahawks in the postseason. Chip shot field goal. The Cowboys perfect snap. The Cowboys are down 2, going to take the lead, going to be up by 1 with about a minute left. Romo totally fumbles it. And from this moment on, special team coordinators would no longer allow quarterbacks or any other position player to be holders because they felt like, okay, if I put my punter in that situation, he's not as good of an athlete, but all practice long, all day long, he can catch 100, 200 snaps, and he's going to be ready for every moment. This completely took a position away from some people and gave it to punters.
You know what? If Romo was just a little bit faster, or if the kicker would have just got a little piece of 27 right there.
He almost picked up the first down.
He almost did.
Because you could get a first down on that play too. But
yeah, so I held 1 year in Green Bay. But just like you said, it's usually the punter because they have all day. Like all they do is kick balls, obviously. So they have a lot of downtime. Yeah, they get a lot of time to practice. So if any, they might not be a better holder than a quarterback, but they got time to get that chemistry. So I was a holder 1 year in Green Bay with Mason Crosby kicking, and only got probably like 10 or 15 holds with him a week. In practice,
right?
Like in actual practice live situations. Like I'd practice some. Like they'd send me over there for like a 5-minute special teams individual period, but like my quarterback coach was like, no, I need him here doing quarterback drills. So if it's a 10-minute individual, I'll send him over there for 2 minutes to get a few holds in.
Right.
But that Mason didn't have a great year that year, at the time, so it was kind of like I caught a lot of the flack. But it was because of that chemistry. I mean, it's like,
dang, you caught a stray?
No, I'm not gonna say it's a stray. We just didn't get to work on it as much. Yeah. So I mean, I get it. If you're not comfortable, like if I had to take a snap
Mason,
from a center,
call him, man. If you're telling us how bad Flynn was.
If I had to take a snap from like a center, if I'm playing quarterback, taking just an under center snap from a guy that I only get to take 10 snaps from a week, I wouldn't feel very comfortable either. I'd be thinking about the snap more than anything. So I'm sure the kicker's thinking about the hold. But there's a lot of I've taken it from Hester for years. And it's really pissed me off a lot. He has told me for years that placeholders are not real football players.
Okay, y'all. Oh, so we did research, and Blaine Besh, who was a holder for the 03 team, actually, he was a part of this as well. The extra point field goal doesn't count as an actual play towards lettering. There was an NCAA, as a bylaw.
Like kickoff coverage, it does.
That's absolutely not true.
I'll pull up the actual rule.
No. It wasn't that. It doesn't count as a statistic, I think. Some sort of stat. But it does because I was a 4-year letterman at LSU. So, and I'm pretty sure it's because of holding.
I think Flynn is fraudulent in saying that he is a letterman for 4 years.
Let's see what the official LSU website says
just
about
hear,
Flynn.
Violent typing over there.
He's so mad.
Look, so it doesn't count toward stats?
Does it count towards a play?
It doesn't. So if you're a holder, listen, if you're a holder.
Let me say this.
Hold on. I remember now. If you're a holder, you don't somebody charts the plays that everybody plays. If I was on kickoff, check. If I was running back, check. Fullback, check. Extra point field goal, the holder does not count as a play credited to you. We found that stat out. So if you didn't get
here's
the play, did you letter?
It's kind of like you can take that for any position. So you could look at offensive line. Like there's not a stat for good block. There's only stats for bad stuff, right? Offensive line. You get a pancake every now and then. For a quarterback, you make a great handoff for a great check. There's no stat for, hey, great check right there. Ooh, nice handoff, dude. No. So when you start for 4 years with 100% amazing holds, yeah, there's no stat because there's no stat for great hold. But I did it. 4 years. Boom. 4-year Letterman. And then guess what? In the NFL, I was a holder for 1 year. And at that time, you got like the player performance bonus for every snap. So if in the NFL, I don't know if it's still the same with a new collective bargaining or whatever, but I'm assuming there's a concept of this still in play, which is the less money you got. So guys that were under like league minimum, they tried to like even it out a little bit by giving you a player performance bonus.
Yeah.
So based on like some formulation, depending on the money you were making per play, you would get a certain amount of dollars. So like most people on minimum, like a rookie minimum contract or like a second, third year player, they might get $300 or $400 for every play that they run, right?
That's changed in the new CBA.
Yep.
I think actually the CBA that we were a part of, the last big change in 12, I think that changed.
Gotcha. But at the time, like the guys that are making a lot of money would get like 50 cents a play or whatever it was. They try to reward people that stepped in and played a lot. And so when I was holding, I was like a second year guy. I was like, yeah, let's kick a lot of field goals and extra points. We were good on offense too.
Yeah. I will never forget. So my rookie year, I mean, I was a 3rd round pick, so I was in league minimum. But I ended up starting and playing a ton that year. And I did not know that there was a player perform. I had no idea. I didn't know. And I'll never forget this. I was at Perkins Row. It's when they had Z Gallery right there. Katie was in there picking out a couch.
Shout out Z.
My agent calls me, and I'm like, hey, it's the off season. Who knows? Hopefully I'm not getting cut. Let's go see what they got to say. So I'm on the phone with my agent. He's like, hey, you get that check yet? I was like, check for what? He's like, player performance. I'm like, Jim, what's player performance?
Don't know that.
He's like, it's based off your contract and how many plays you play. He's like, you haven't seen the number you're getting? And I was like, no. He goes, let me send it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say I'll never forget where I was, the situation.
Well, it was the
surroundings of everything. Oh my God, the surprise! And then I was like, "I'm getting what?" He's like, "Yeah, you didn't know." I was like, "I had no idea." He goes, "Well, I guess I'm not very good at my job." I was like,
"Yeah, you're not."
You probably told me. I probably just didn't listen.
Like, well, you're fired.
Yeah, they got rid of that.
9-iron, huh?
They got rid of that. It's no longer a thing.
That's kind of a shame. I don't know why it wouldn't be a thing, but I guess they've raised like the minimum so much. Have you seen those league minimums?
The league minimum when we came in was $285 or $295?
$295, I think.
$295. I think it's up to
it's like $700.
Like $700,000 league minimum right now.
For that's rookie minimum.
Yeah. Vet minimum's over $1 million. Now vet minimum by the time you get vested was
up
like 800,
something like that.
Somewhere around then, but 290. Like again, there was guys like rookies, undrafted free agent guys that made the team. And $295,000 is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Do not get me wrong. But after you pay California taxes, league dues, because you got to pay the NFLPA to be a part of it, there was like 3 guys that would room together that were undrafted free agents or 6th, 7th round picks. They would all room together to be able to, afford a nice place in San Diego.
And especially playing like your position too. And that's why this should change, like the fining rule, because you're expecting at least a couple of $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 fines like throughout a year because of some sort of chop block or something that's not malicious. It just happens over the course. Like there's people that get fined all season long that a penalty wasn't called. So like you would never know that this guy would get fined because something happened on the backside of a play that was missed, like nobody caught.
Yeah.
But the NFL sees it. They see everything.
I got one against it was against y'all when you were in Seattle.
Don't you try to cheap shot my boys?
It was a hands to the face against y'all's middle linebacker. Didn't get called in the game. I didn't remember it at all, and I got like a $5,000 fine. I'm like, what the hell? Like I didn't get a penalty this week, and they're like, oh, your hand went up to the face mask of the linebacker. They didn't catch it, but we saw it as we reviewed tape. I'm like, the hell kind of narc are y'all? Going back and watching tape, something didn't get called in a game, and you're fining somebody $5,000? What are we doing here? And then they wouldn't reduce it. Like, a lot of times you can get it reduced like $2,500 or whatever.
They wouldn't reduce it?
Would not reduce it.
Come on.
I got fined twice. That was one, and then I threw a ball like into the second deck.
Worth it.
Against the Raiders one year. That got reduced because Teddy Cantrell, who was in charge of the fines, was our former defensive coordinator in San Diego. I'm like, Teddy, look, I got real excited. I had my church buddies. They were sitting up there in the second deck. I told them if I scored in this end zone, I was going to throw it up there to them. He's like, okay, I'll give you a break. I'll cut it in half.
I got a fine once.
For what?
Unnecessary roughness. No big deal.
No, you didn't.
For a quarterback to get that, like,
I was so pumped.
Proudly pay that fine.
I was so pumped.
Yeah.
I wasn't like crazy excited about the circumstance because it was week 17 in 2009. We're playing in Arizona, last game of the season. We're already guaranteed to make the playoffs. It was just kind of like a seeding situation at that time. But we're blowing them out. We're beating them by like 30. So I get in the game at the end, and we're running down the field. We're going to run our offense. Let's get you some reps. Blah, blah, blah. So we run it. We get to the red zone, and I throw something. I throw a pick, and the guy catches it. And the guy from the Cardinals, I can't remember who it was. I know Early Doucette was on that team, but he wasn't playing defense.
Patrick Peterson.
He was running down the sideline, and so he had a convoy.
Dominic Rogers
and so
Marty.
I was like that referee you were talking about in the La Tech.
Yeah.
Like I was like, all right, this is it. I put my head down, started pumping the arms. I was probably running like 4.3 at this time. I was killing. So I beat the convoy down, and so they're going in to score, and it's a guy running it, and he's got like 3 guys in front of him, and it's just me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, got some life decisions to make right here.
Yeah.
Like, do I do the thing where quarterbacks look wimpy and I just kind of like shake my arms and do this? I can't tackle the guy because I don't have the skill set to shed 3 blockers at full speed down the sideline.
I know what you're about to do.
So I'm like, all right, let's just do the bowling alley situation. Let me go and just cut the hell out of the lead guy.
Yeah.
And so in my mind, like it looked sweet probably, but like I probably just like crumpled at his feet or something.
Yeah.
But I cut him at his knees, and the guy has to stop, and he has to cut back up the field, which allowed my other guys to catch up and tackle him. Great play by me, I feel like.
Yeah.
Got a fine, got a penalty and a fine.
5,000.
It was 5. I got to reduce it to 25.
Yeah.
But I proudly still have that piece of paper that says you got fined week 17, blah, blah, blah. Unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, my wife was not very happy about the fine that I got. Hey, dummy, don't throw the ball into the stands. I got 1 15-yard penalty in college, and it was because of a Flynn interception as well. We won't tell that story, but we will take a break. More OTB with some weekend winners when we come back.
Off the bench.
All right. Throw me on the bus, man.
You threw a pick, and I got a 15-yard penalty. What was throwing you under the bus? It was
play within the rules.
It was factual. Just like the best roofing company out there, Pelican Roof.
By far.
That's factual. Pelican Roofing is on the OTB team. They can help you out with any situation when it comes to your roof. PelicanRoof.com is the website. The Instant Roof tool is an amazing tool. Type in your address, home business, it pulls it up, outlines your roof, gives you a great estimate of what it would cost for a replacement. One of the things certainly we always remind you about, they are in Lafayette, they're in Baton Rouge, they are boots on the ground in both locations. They can help you out. Also check out their financing options, and Flynn will tell you about that.
0% for qualified buyers up to 21 months. We know a roof is a big deal, so that is such a big benefit. And Pelican Roof, they take such pride in their quality. They will have a project manager dedicated to your project. Not many companies can say that. Go to pelicanroof.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, Let's get building.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
I will never forget coming home from Sam Goody. Went to the mall, St. Vincent Mall, with my grandmother. Shout out Nana, rest in peace. And we went to the music store, Sam Goody. And she let us pick, me and my older brother, a single cassette tape. My brother Adam went with Busta Rhymes, Got You All in Check. I went with Beck and this song. And we thought we had gotten one over on our parents. And they're like, "Oh, what'd y'all get today at the mall?" Grandma told them. "Oh, really? Put it in the cassette tape. Let's hear it." I got in more trouble for this one than my brother did for Busta Rhymes, which doesn't feel right.
Well, this one attacks your self-confidence.
Yeah, that was what my parentals.
We could deal with the cursing. We can tell you, it's adult language.
At the time, I didn't understand, though. Yeah. But yeah, that was my parental's message as well.
Yeah, I think as a parent, I don't like this song either.
But as an adult, I love it. It's a great song. Let's get to some weekend winners.
That's how winning is done.
That's right! We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've got too far.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
Are you doing what it takes to win a championship?
Wow, winning.
Well, then I guess there's only one thing left to do. What's that? Win the whole thing.
All right, my first weekend winner is going to actually be a tournament that I thought was going to be really bad. It turned out it has been pretty exciting, and that is the CONCACAF Gold Cup. Just this weekend, you had Panama and Honduras that went to penalty kicks. Honduras got the victory over Panama. All right, and so then that was on Saturday, and then on Sunday, you had Guatemala take down Canada. So that is a big upset. Also in PKs. Now, Guatemala is 106th in the FIFA rankings. Canada is 30th. So a massive upset there. And then the United States went to PKs with Costa Rica, and they win in PKs. And so they advance to take on Guatemala in the semifinal. It's going to be Honduras and Mexico in the other semifinal.
Hell yeah.
And then
hell yeah, let's go. Who are we cheering for?
Mexico beat Saudi Arabia 2-0.
Hell
we
yeah.
will not be cheering for Mexico because that is
versus
US.
Honduras. Yes, we are.
Well, sure, that's
Yeah.
fine. I don't care about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Mexico-U.S. finals are great. But yeah, once it becomes final time, I'm going for the U.S. of A.
So are we cheering for Mexico?
I mean, I'm not going to
Versus
cheer
Honduras,
either way,
yeah.
but like if they
We
win,
should.
sure. Because I mean,
Absolutely. I love Mexican food. Dos Equis comes from there.
For CONCACAF, USA Mexico is certainly. I don't think anybody wants to tune in to Guatemala versus Honduras. No disrespect.
Nah,
So.
probably not.
Couple good squads though. Couple good squads.
No disrespect to Mario.
Oh, sure,
Isn't he Guatemalan?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they've never made a World Cup.
Okay. Weekend winner for me, Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. They had their induction ceremony this past year. Of course, everyone's seeing the clips, everything. I'm just going to go through the list of inductees right now just to give everybody a little shout out. We got Vicki Johnson. We got Joe Schuerman. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Schuerman, anybody? We got Herb Vincent.
Oh, say Herb.
Shout out Herb.
Oh, no. Say Herb.
Herb is the way that I found out that we had bombed Iran.
All right,
I
fair enough.
sitting next to- yeah, I was sitting next to him in the press box.
Oh, at Omaha?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, hey, we just bombed Iran. I was like, couldn't they have waited?
I mean, Herb was an SID for a long time. So
Shout out Herb. Breaking
giving you
news.
the information.
He gets info like that.
That's right.
Breaking political war news. Love it. Glenn Gilbo, Ed Daniels, Danny Granger, Danny Broussard.
Oh, Danny Granger. Shout out.
Yeah, Bobby
Basketball.
Salou. And then we have kind of notables for me, at least, going through the list. Dale Weiner, long-term coach at Catholic High. Three-time Louisiana State Coach of the Year, 2015 state champ. And weightlifting, 18 state titles in weightlifting. All right. And is a member of the Gail Hatch's Louisiana Weightlifting Hall of Fame.
Oh, Gail Hatch. We heard that name with old Moffat.
No. Then we got April Burkholder, who was a gymnastics.
Yeah.
She was there when we were in school. She
That's
was
what I thought.
incredible.
Yeah.
14-time All-American, 108 individual titles. She was, back in the day, electric. She was incredible. So she was one of those foundational blocks that helped LSU gymnastics get to where they were. Dee Dee Bro coaching her butt off. But April, shout out to her. Then, of course, we have Andrew Whitworth getting inducted. I don't need to go through the list there. All-time great, Walter Payton Man of the Year, long-time LSU, all the stuff. And then, of course, Nick Saban. What a winner for the Louisiana Hall of Fame, getting Nick Saban, doing the right thing, inducting him to the Hall of Fame. And Taylor, you got the clip? We're good.
I have a clip.
I have a clip. There was so many good clips. What he says, man, he's such a good speaker. And it was awesome for him to be able to recognize LSU and Louisiana be able to recognize him.
Really proud. Every time I see LSU, all the time I coached at Alabama, I know it was a great rivalry, but I was always proud because I felt like we did something to raise the bar here, and the program has been outstanding ever since.
And that's why he's the best in the business. Head coach Nick Saban, everybody. Congratulations, coach.
If you get a chance, go back. Maybe we could post it. Get a chance, go back and listen to a lot of his answers. He talks about when he first got to LSU and the first championship they won, SEC championship, I believe in 2001.
Yeah.
He said that was his first championship as a coach as well, and how that sets the bar for not only him, but for a program, for an expectation. And then every time you do that, it changes the horizon of what you look to. And of course, 2003 national championship, that changed it again for him personally and for the program. And he's proud of that, proud of the moments. And we certainly are thankful. We can look back on it now, of course, post-Alabama. And look back on it. We were so lucky and fortunate to have him that he did change those expectations to the LSU we know and love.
And also, I understand it. I understand who he was the coach of and the success they had there. He won 6 titles at Alabama. I get all that. But also, he changed my life. He changed Flynn's life. He gave us an opportunity to come to LSU. And I know for me personally, and we heard your recruiting story, thanks to Derek Dooley and your fat ankles, you almost didn't end up here. So shout out to Jimbo for getting you here. But Coach Saban, I never talked to Derek Dooley one time in recruiting. He was a running back coach, not one time. Coach Saban, I was kind of like his, kind of like a project, being a 2-star guy. And he found me at a practice and brought me to LSU, changed my life. And so, I'm going to forever be grateful for Coach Nick Saban.
Do you think that Saban may have a wager with one of the assistant coaches? I bet I can take this guy and make him good.
He had to.
It was
Hey,
like a
you see
she's all that situation.
You see that nose guard that's running the football in this Oklahoma drill? Yeah, I'm going to make him an all SEC running back. He definitely said
wasn't
that.
it she's all that where Freddie Prinze Jr. turns the
Yeah.
I had my glasses on.
Yeah, you got your glasses on.
I took my glasses off. I let my hair down a little bit. Changed it.
It reminds me of Not Another Teen movie.
Yeah, with Reggie Ray.
Yeah. Well, I got as many concussions left as Reggie Ray. One. I got one left.
One left.
I got one left.
man.
Alondra, weekend winner.
Weekend winner for me is Ilya Taporia, so weekend loser OTB's bet, probably. We were talking about how I found the lines disrespectful, but after this weekend, I'm like, okay, I always knew that Ilya Taporia is a really good fighter, but maybe I put more credit toward Charles Oliveira than I should have. But still, I didn't say he was going to win. I fully knew Ilya Taporia was going to take this one, but the man is on fire. He's like Thanos collecting stones right now, and he has his last 3 fights were Charles Oliveira, who was ranked number 2, knocked him out 2 minutes and 27 seconds into the fight. Taylor, I put the video in there. The knockout is brutal. Before that,
we gotta be careful playing UFC.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, they will take it down.
Man,
they will take the stream down.
True, but it's
than
such
anybody.
it's such a great knockout. I guess we don't have to play.
I can find a still photo.
I saw it on.
Yeah, there you go.
I saw it on SportsCenter. We're ESPN affiliate.
I know.
Not like that.
We used to play UFC clips all the time, and we were like, "Why is our stream getting taken down?" And then finally, Danny kind of did some digging into it. It's like, if you play UFC, they will like immediately flag your stream.
Yeah. Fight before that
Dana,
was
you got enough, bud.
Max Holloway knocked out our guy,
Look.
Max Holloway, like the only knockout he has.
Look at that picture.
It's that hammer fist on people when they're already knocked out, and they just get
Well,
one more
he had-
fist to the top of the nose. It's like
He had a hook that knocked him out, and then he hit him with like another one right after that, and he was already knocked out, but he just and then before Max Holloway was Volk, and he knocked him out too. So he's just like over here knocking out everybody's favorite fighters, like truly evil stuff.
Everybody's
that he's doing.
goats are just getting knocked out by this guy.
Yeah, but I am a really big fan of him, and he probably has the best walkout song in the UFC right now. But to do that, and then to go from featherweight, vacate that title, and then immediately win the vacant lightweight title. This man, I told y'all, he's about to be the face of the UFC if he's not already. Like, he is very entertaining. He backs up all the ish he talks. Oh, yeah, we should. My bad.
No, you're good. I was telling Taylor that we're going to get his on the other side.
Yeah.
He did have that face-off with Patty the Baddie, like, in the ring afterwards.
Yes, that was the other weekend winner.
It was
Patty the Baddie.
It was
I
so
love
cringe
Patty.
because I was like, Patty, like, you
were good. I love Patty, but
during the face-off, I was like,
All right.
you don't look
All
like
right.
as good of a
All right,
fighter
we'll take a
now.
break, and maybe we'll play the walkout song as rejoin music. We'll get to Taylor's weekend winner to wrap up hour number 2, OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GetGordon.com. GetGordon.com is the website. You should check out what they can do for you in the courtroom, what they've already done for past clients in the courtroom. That is throughout the state of Louisiana. You know the deal. It is your area code followed by 888-8888. Call the number. Let them know what you're dealing with. Again, that is 318-985-504-225-337. We are talking to everyone in the state of Louisiana. Get Gordon and get it done.
Visit GetGordon.com. GetGordon.com. Be a part of the G team. If you've been injured, whether it's just on the job, in a car, wherever it is, if you've had some sort of injury, it is not your fault. Give them a call today. See how they can help you. Talk to one of their many talented attorneys that care about you and what you are going through. Give them a call today. That's anywhere in Louisiana, 888-8888, and go to GetGordon.com to see how they can help you today.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
All right, welcome back in. OTB. Tay, you got a minute here. Weekend winner.
Yeah, not going sports. My weekend winner is actually going to be country singer Eric Church. So last weekend, about 8 days ago, Luke Bryan lost his voice at a concert, couldn't perform, gave the fans his money back.
Yeah.
And he had a festival coming up this week. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, couldn't perform, called Eric Church, goes, hey, man, I need you to step in. Like, we can't cancel the festival. Eric Church went to 3 different states without his band, just showed up, him and an acoustic guitar, and headlined the event for Luke Bryan. So shout out Eric Church.
Shout out Eric Church. All right, glasses on. Probably.
I mean, I would imagine.
Probably so, even in the dark.
It's
Shout
a good
out,
concert.
though. All right.
Hell yeah.
Shout out, Eric Church.
Shout
Attaboy.
out. Always step up.
All right, hour 3, OTB. When we jump back.
Off the bench.
I'm not really going to jump
Next
back.
man up.
The back kind of hurts if I jumped it back.
You're old.
K to Z. KTOZblinds.com. KTOZblinds.com is the website. K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. Been doing it since 2004. Speaking of me being old, that was my freshman year in college. Long time ago, 2004 was, but that's how K to Z does it, because when you're in business that long, you've got to do it that way. It's the only way, or you're not going to be thriving like they are this many years later. Go to the website today. Check out what they can do for you. Interior, outdoor living, KTOZblinds.com.
Yeah, call them. Go to their website. They got a brand new website. You call them. Brandon and the crew can come out to their house, and you might even not know what you need, but they can tell you. They know. They've been doing it a long time. They can tell you exactly what you need to protect your house, make it more energy efficient, bring those monthly bills down. KTOZblinds.com, KTOZblinds.com.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
gotta believe in the dream. Believe. You gotta believe in the dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Monday, June 30th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect partly cloudy skies with a high of 90. In hour 3 of today's show, Devin Snow, Hold the Mayo, hops on at 9:15 to recap the weekend in sports, and he'll give us an update as he was out there at the Manning Passing Academy. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. And watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, it's Off the Bench.
Just got an email from Frontier Airlines.
How was your experience?
No, they're already offering me deals on my next flight.
What's the deal?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
A deal for Frontier? You get to fly for free?
Well,
Yeah.
on our delay,
We actually pay you to fly with us.
Right.
they sent us a $15 voucher yesterday in the airport.
Ooh, baby.
Not a big deal.
You might want to hold on to this one.
You can buy a little thing of pretzels for that on the flight. I should have asked him if I could redeem it on the flight.
True circle here. I got to go get my real ID this week. Because we're going to media days.
Yeah, soon.
Soon.
Take every single document
Wait.
that you can think of.
2 weeks from today.
Yeah.
We'll
I
be
hope
there.
you don't think
my
you're
God.
going to get it done in between this show and your afternoon show.
I do.
That ain't happening.
Why?
Better
4
cancel it.
hours?
See if it's
4
check.
hours? You can
Check
do it
to
in
see, since people aren't rushing to get it anymore, check to see if you can get an appointment because sometimes you can. And also take every single document that you can think of, take it with you.
All right. Which one should I go to? Like, you have to go to the DMV, right?
Yeah, but you can go to like one of the express
Okay,
ones
the
too.
express
But
one on Segan. T-Bob went to an express one that was...
he paid for like a fast pass.
Yeah,
that's a thing.
That's a T-Bob thing.
T-Bob was like flying out like that next day.
Yeah, like
Do you
you
have,
had to
do you
have
have
it.
a passport or no?
That thing expired.
Oh, okay.
2017 ball.
Then never mind.
Yeah, I got to
8 years
get
ago.
one. I got to get one before September. But I mean, my passport I got like a year ago. So I'm like,
Let me tell you, the best in Baton Rouge, the best.
Am I driving to Atlanta? Feels like it.
The best DMV like experience I had, the fastest one at least, was going to the actual courthouse.
Oof, no appointments.
But I was like, there was like one person in line though. I don't know if it's a time of day. I don't know if it's normally like that. I'm just talking from my experience because I go to the other ones and it's it's like a 2-hour wait at least.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's a stacked full of people. It doesn't matter what time you go there. Even if you get there 30 minutes before it opens, there's a line of 20 people already. So I went to the courthouse one time to renew a license and it was super fast. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this every time. Then I go last time to get the real ID and I walk up and like you can't carry your cell phone into the courthouse. Like you got to check it there. You can't bring it in with you. And I had most of my bills and stuff that I had to carry with me was on my phone. I was like, well, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah.
I didn't bring the printouts.
And if you're waiting 2 hours, you need something to pass the time.
Yeah, but I went there in hopes that it would be quick.
Take some headphones because when I was there, I just had this hellish experience at the OMV trying to get it before I went to Frisco.
Cool.
And nobody there brings their headphones. So everyone's just watching videos out loud on their phone in the waiting room for all of the overstimulation. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. If you're in a situation like that,
I want to like grab their phone out of their hand and tell them to.
Yeah, when somebody's on speakerphone in the grocery store.
Like, what are we
I'm like, my
doing?
guy, why do you think I want to hear your conversation?
Literally.
well, it happens almost every time I'm in an airplane. Like somebody's
Yeah.
listening to a video
Yeah.
and with no awareness, no social awareness.
Zero awareness.
Like yeah.
It is an issue.
And they always say, like the flight attendants or whoever needs to say something. If you're working there, it's your job to say something. It's not like another person's job that's sitting next to them or whatever.
Right.
Well, I want to ask you, like at the DMV like that, if you're sitting there, everybody knows you're there for a while. So like you're waiting room at a doctor, if you're waiting at an airport, if you're in the DMV, whatever it is. Are y'all let's start a conversation up with a stranger?
No.
No. Are you?
If they
No, definitely
start
not.
one with me,
Yeah.
I will engage in it because
Yep.
I'm not rude.
I'm not
But
rude.
I'm not starting a conversation with somebody.
Exactly.
You're not giving them anything back.
No.
Like you're answering
I'll
the question.
engage.
Give it a little
you're not-
response.
It's no follow up.
There's no follow up.
Yeah.
Right. There's no like I just answer the question and I'm not like, well, what about you? Because I don't want to be talking to you right now.
Right. What about like
Get my ID.
We've all been there, like on a plane. You sit by a person that
Oh,
is
my God.
very chatty,
Very chatty.
and usually super nice.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, man, it's great.
Yeah, but like I wish I could just say, hey, I appreciate you. Thank you for trying to start this conversation.
I wish that we knew each other better.
However,
I have 5 children, and for this 3 hours, I get to put on whatever music I want to through my headphones, and I get to enjoy it. I don't have to worry about the words. I don't have to change it to Baby Shark. I get to listen to whatever I want to listen to. So thank you for reaching out. I appreciate it. I feel you, but I'm just not going to give you anything back. But you have to understand it's not you, it's me.
it's me. It's fully me.
Yeah.
I reject your conversation. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
nice about
this
it.
retro bowl is not going to play
Yeah,
itself.
Right.
On the plane, you know what I mean?
This Candy Crush level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
That I've been on since
This
last night.
overpriced internet's not going to buy itself.
Right.
Yeah. True.
I'm not going to watch Crazy Rich Asians half listening to you, half watching Crazy Rich
Heard
Asians.
that's a good movie.
It's a great movie.
I hadn't
Made
heard
me
of that
tear
one.
up a little bit.
I
Wait,
always,
really? It's
so
good?
I always go back to like classics on the movie.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm picking a movie on a
Yeah,
plane.
yeah.
Just because like I don't want to watch anything I haven't seen on that small screen. So the last flight I went on, I watched Lethal Weapon.
Oh yeah.
I
there we
mean,
go.
great movie.
Great movie. Great movie. Mel Gibson was awesome in that.
Getting out of the straitjacket. Is that 1 or 2?
I think it's 1.
Yeah.
I think it's 1. Danny Glover, who was like my age now, felt like he was 65 at the time.
Yeah.
Danny Glover is a lot like Morgan Freeman, where they've kind of
Yeah.
looked the same
For the
age,
last
whether they're like 40 or
35 years.
80.
I
Yeah.
kind of feel like rom-coms are the perfect airplane movie. I watched Something's Gotta Give on the airplane
Yeah.
one time.
10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah.
Good plane movie.
Speaking of 80s, like
How to Lose a Guy in
cops,
10 Days. Good
Oh.
airplane movie.
That's just like a goated rom-com.
Our love for her, Benny.
Did you see that they're coming out with a new Naked Gun?
I did with Liam Neeson.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah. Do y'all remember the Naked Gun movies?
Mhm.
Y'all do remember those?
Leslie Nielsen?
Yes. Okay.
Shout out.
Because I was wondering,
OJ,
like, so I
right?
was. They showed the preview in F1 last night, and my son, who's 15 years old, he's like, "What is this?" I was like, "Well, it's a remake of these movies that they did 80s, early 90s." He's like, "They made more of these?" I was like, "Yeah." It's like,
Yeah, they made
you
a
have to
bunch of them.
understand, like, they made like 3, I think. It's like you have to understand, like, this is what they're going for. Like, it's supposed to be over the top dumb. He didn't get it.
Didn't understand. It's hard to understand satire.
Yeah.
Yeah. So back in the day, I was really a big Hot Shots guy.
Hot Shots by Deux.
But dude.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It was good.
I love
Another
Hot
team
Shots.
movie like we
all
talked
the,
about.
all the subtlety in the hot shots, like they're landing the plane on the aircraft, and it literally says the Navy on the side, or they're throwing the football and he runs off the edge of the aircraft. Like that's right at the beginning.
Saddam Hussein sitting like lounging, and a bomb falls in his lap.
Oh,
great movie.
Bilbo says he checked the appointment schedule for me. The first one I can make is August the 12th.
There we go.
Yeah.
Not bad.
That's why I said there's no
I
appointment.
will say this: if you go to the
Somebody not
express
do
one,
that.
you can't. It's not a requirement for you to stay there.
Yeah, you
So, like,
can
if
like
you
leave.
know-
That's what I did.
Yeah, so you can set it, and then you can leave. I don't know, go get
My
some
name-
donuts, go grocery shop.
Yeah.
Go rip some cards.
Probably.
My name wasn't even on the board at the time, so I left for like an hour, came back, and my name was finally on the board.
Yeah.
And it took forever for me.
I mean, y'all are making me nervous.
I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, like you go
be
there.
prepared.
I stayed there for the board.
Well, I don't mind sitting there. It's just I only have 4 hours.
Yeah.
And you see the board. You're not.
You'll
on,
get it
not
done
on
in
the
4
list.
hours.
Yeah.
You
I
know-
say 4, like I leave here at 10. I start my other one at 2, so it's more like 3 hours.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's going to be a photo finish.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well,
What were you saying though?
looks like I'll be driving.
I'll say you go there and like they have the list. And
Yeah.
So you sit there, and like you see how slow the names
so
come off
slow.
the list, and then you see like the amount of care that the people have that work there.
Yeah.
That people are waiting a long time. There's
Yeah.
none.
No.
They're
Because-
doing their job.
Yeah.
And but they don't care that you have to wait a long. It's fine
Because-
that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
But then you're counting the people on the list. You're like, all right, there's 15 people on this list. There's like 30 people in this room
Yeah.
that came here before me. So I'm deep off that list.
Like also when I was there though, they would do a roll call like every once in a while, and you'd have to be like, "I'm here," because if you didn't answer, they were taking your name off the list.
no.
You got
Yeah.
like 5 seconds to answer.
Which
that
one did you
one.
go to?
The
don't
one
think
on
they do that.
Segan next to Oak Point. It was the Express OMV.
Yeah, the one on Segan
On
in the
Segan.
shopping center.
Yeah.
That's the one
That's
I
where
was
I
gonna
went.
go to.
That's the one I went.
Because-
I could put my list and leave on that one.
So I did leave, but they do call your name if you're on the board.
Is there
already.
anybody that works in the state government here that loves OTB, that is a Tiger fan,
I'm gonna be upset.
that wants to just help your boy out?
Wow. You're looking
I'm
for
gonna be
special
upset because
treatment?
I waited.
100%. 100%.
Wow, guys.
Do you hate the Florida Gators as much as we do?
It's like waiting.
Let's see.
At the OMV
Prove it.
it's like rite of passage, bud.
It is, and I don't mind waiting. I don't. But I only have a 3-hour window.
Have to take off that afternoon show because you're
Yeah,
certainly
I ain't
not
doing
taking
that.
this one off.
Wait,
No.
we just got a little.
That's
tweet.
why I'm not at the beach with my family right now, because I couldn't leave you alone. So
Shout
oh,
out.
Wow. Okay.
Shout out
yeah.
my guy Connor. I actually met Connor in Omaha at a tailgate, but he just tweeted us and he said to go to the notary at High Neighbor on Jones Creek. He was in and out of there in 10 minutes.
Well, don't tell everybody
them
that.
on air.
Come on.
My God.
Keep the secret
Don't
secret.
Don't go there anymore.
You did not hear what she said.
That place takes forever. Don't go there.
It's the worst.
You did not hear anything.
When I lived
she
in St.
said.
Francisville, that was like one of the
Say
benefits.
no one
though.
knows about it.
Oh my
now.
God,
Oh,
Alondra.
My bad.
You ruined that.
It's fine.
Measure twice, cut once, Alondra. Think. Think. Yeah, so when we lived
Shout out
up in
Connor.
St. Francisville
Yeah, shout
for 4
out.
years.
I appreciate that, and I'm going to try it. Hopefully, nobody heard that. But again, if you're in the
How
government,
many people do you think need real IDs right now?
I don't know. It feels like a lot with the way
But
this
they
thing's
don't-
going.
They don't have
Anyone.
appointments.
Governor
It
Landry.
doesn't matter if it's real IDs or not. People need.
Governor Landry.
Jeff,
I will
people need
never.
things.
That'd be a lie, right?
We
Listen.
love Omar.
Listen, I was just about to say, Governor Landry, I will never say anything bad about Omar again, at least until next year. if you hook me up with a real ID on the spot.
We know you're listening.
Please.
Sorry,
And thank you.
You know about these comments. They're like, cut her mic. I control my mic, guys.
Yeah, we have no
control
like
my
she
mic.
controls the show. So, Express OMV and Baker, always quick. Okay, all
See,
right.
y'all are giving secrets out too.
See, I don't know the rules. Can't if you live in one parish, can you go to another parish and get it? Because I was trying to say a second ago, we lived in St. Francisville for like 4 years, and that was the best experience because of like a small area.
Yeah.
There's not that many people going, so it's like you walk in, there's like 1 or 2 people. Now there's like one person working, but it was still fast.
Yeah,
it wasn't intimidating.
Right.
So like if I live East Baton Rouge Parish, can I go to Livingston and get it done?
I think so. It's all the same parish, but I know like I've gotten one in Walker, one in the town of Livingston, and one in Denham. Now it's all the same parish, but I mean it's 3 different cities.
Right. Because
So,
I technically I live in EBR, but St. Gabriel's right there, so it's a different parish.
I've
But could
never had an issue, but again, that's all the same parish technically.
All right, we'll get to the bottom of it. Governor Landry, deal still stands.
Yeah, these are the topics people want to know.
Well, look, there's a lot of people dealing with Real ID that have SEC media days coming up in 2 weeks. They got to go get their Real
It's
ID.
not just Real ID. I mean, that place is going to be packed 24/7.
Like, how do
Every
so
day,
many people
all
need
year.
so many IDs at the same time?
You can't do anything without it, and people lose that crap.
And
you're
and
always
like I
gonna
know
have,
I'm gonna have some kind of a flag.
Well, it's like why are there always people getting their car done whenever you need something? Same thing. You can't do anything without it. I mean, you got to
You're
have
doing
it.
more. I mean, name changes. And you got to
just-
go there. You get married. You get a new license. You got to do there's lots of reasons why you got to go. It's the worst though. We should get more of those places.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate.
There should be more. There needs to be more. Clearly.
Tiger Backwoods. That's a funny comment. That made me laugh out loud. But I can't say that right now because I'm trying to get some help. All right. When we come back, Devin Snow, aka Hold the Mayo, joins us right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
Hey, Matthew.
Hey, Jake.
Did you go for dose in the airport?
I think you know that I went for dose.
Yeah, we didn't get a picture this time.
I didn't get a picture, but I
got a lot of
reps in.
After you getting ready for the Frontier flight, I bet you went for dose a couple times.
Well, when you see the mechanics on your Frontier flight, you got to go for dose a couple different times.
It's never a bad time to go for dose. Pool beer, lake beer, beach beer. We say it, toes in the sand, Dos Equis in hand. Tailgating, got football season coming up. Look, it is always a perfect time to enjoy an ice cold, refreshing Dos Equis.
We got a big week too. It's a grilling week. It's a hangout outside.
True.
It's a lake. It's a pool.
True.
So stock up. Start getting it. Get your cooler ready now. Put them in the fridge. Dos Equis. Go for dose. That cold, cool Mexican lager. Go for dose. Drink responsibly.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Bend Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about.
Reluctantly crouched at the starting line. Engines pumping and thumping in time. The green light
From the
flashes,
locker room
flag
to the
goes
airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
maneuver and muscle for rank. Fuel burning fast on an empty tank. Reckless and wild, they pour through the turns. Their prowess is potent and secretly stern. As they speed through the finish, the flags go down. The fans get up and they get out of town. The arena is empty, except for one man still driving and striving as fast as he can. The sun has gone down and the moon has come up. And long ago somebody left with the cup. But he's driving and striving and hugging the turns and thinking of someone for whom he still burns. He's going the distance. He's going for speed. She's all alone in a time of need.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge. Going to catch up with our guy Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo here. Coming up, a little R&R.
I'll say that
Monday.
Cake Fashion Nugget album by Cake, one of the all-time GOAT albums.
I hadn't thought about Cake in a long time.
I know. What I mean, like from first song to the last song of that album, bangers.
Yeah.
See if Devin knows anything about it.
All right, let's see. Devin, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo, joins us now. What's up, Dev? How we doing?
Yo, what's happening? What y'all talking about?
Well, a lot of things here actually this morning on the show. I got to get my real ID because I'm traveling to SEC Media Days in 2 weeks, and I don't have that. You got to have it to fly because I don't have a passport either. And if it really feels like I might have waited too late, I might be driving to Atlanta to go to Media Days.
That's all right. I gotta find somebody that can start pushing out them real IDs. You know what I'm saying? Fake IDs, but they real IDs. That's what I'm looking for, man.
Look, I think if you go back to Chalmette, give it about 12 to 15 minutes, my guy, I think you'll find somebody pretty quick.
Yeah, absolutely. And I see him in the chat talking about brake tags. I'm gonna tell you now, mine says 2019 on it, dude. I'm not even. I thought that they did away with that.
Oh, mine says I think 2022, I believe.
Yeah.
I wasn't even aware that you had to get your car inspected every year for that little sticker.
That's what he's talking about.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is that the brake?
Well, brake tags down in South Louisiana, inspection sticker in North Louisiana.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because down here you got like in New Orleans, you got to get your brake tag in the Orleans Parish.
Yeah.
And they won't even let you, like, even if you got like a visor, a tent visor, they're not giving it to you. And they charge you $60. And when you fail, they keep the $60. That was the last time I ever tried to get a brake tag.
Oh, Lord.
I know. That's like you can't have any tint on your windows. You can't have anything that's like not just that came with the vehicle, basically. So then you got to go to like some off the beaten path. You got to go see some guy. His name's probably like Ricky. You got to go see Ricky off the beaten path on the dirt road. And Ricky like looks around before he gives you the inspection sticker. And he like looks around, makes sure nobody's coming. You slip him like $40 cash and he gets you a new inspection sticker.
Correct. And Ricky also sells daiquiris and phone chargers.
Yeah.
If you need
No doubt.
I got my new truck last fall, and so my old truck I got in like 2016 or 17, so it still had the original sticker on there. But like for the last couple of years, I just like curled up the sticker, like so it said 2000, and I just curled up like the 18 part, so you couldn't see it.
Right.
It never got busted.
No,
I think it's fake.
I mean, we're all
honestly,
gonna get
that's the
busted
best
now.
way to go. That's the best way to go. Just buy a new vehicle every 2 years, and then you hope that it's got a current brake tag on it.
Oh, man, I just saw, like, if you have a crack on your windshield in the line of sight, like, they won't give you one either?
Yeah, that's a big one, too.
I mean, who in Louisiana doesn't have a crack on their windshield?
Exactly. And see, I worked at a car dealership back in the day, and when we saw a crack on your windshield, even if it was like a little small one, we devalued the vehicle $500. It's like an old car tactic.
Dev, what was like, I feel like it's been, the statute of limitations is over. Like, what was maybe one that you're selling a car and you got a guy to agree to a price, and the whole time you're sitting there like, I cannot believe I got this dude to buy this car?
A lot, dude. A lot. And then eventually the bank started stepping in. They were like, okay, wait, hold on. Like, this car is not this value. We need you to lower the price like $6,000. You know?
$6,000.
Oh,
yeah.
my gosh, that's so good. Oh,
well,
man.
yeah,
You're a good salesman then.
I know he is. He is a very good salesman. Deb, I did see that you were down at Manning Passing Academy in Thibodaux, Louisiana, and Arch Manning looked like he was more excited to meet you than you were to meet him.
Yeah, it's just crazy, dude. You know, that's athletes, man. You never know if like they know about you or not. You know what I'm saying? I've learned that through the years. And wow, what better athlete than Arch Manning? You know what I'm saying? Like couldn't have picked a better one. But yeah, no, I was super surprised that but his dad knows about me, and he's been following me for a while. So maybe it just, I don't know, it got down to the kids and everything. So it was super cool, man.
How was the camp? Like the overall experience? Like what did you get to do? Like what was your day in, day out like?
Dude, it was amazing. I'll never miss another Manning Passing Academy as long as I live. Shout out to Guggenheim. That's who got me down there.
Oh, yeah, Googs, man. He the running back, if LSU fans don't remember, the running back that went off against LSU from Nichols.
Yep, and he's basically like the mayor of Nichols.
Yeah.
Since then, I mean, rightfully. And yeah, man, we were all in that. Like, man, I watched Peyton Manning teach. That was my biggest takeaway from the Manning Passing Academy. I think it was like $900 for each person to attend. You getting your value, okay? Because I watched Peyton Manning. He was teaching, probably like 50 kids.
Yeah.
How to throw this one pass, dude. They probably did it 150 times. The same pass. It was like over the linebacker a certain way, and dude, Peyton was locked in. Like, I mean, he was serious the entire time, dude. Like, they got their money's worth over at Manning Passing Academy, 100%.
Yeah, I fully believe that. And I also fully know that it's the hottest place on earth.
It was very hot. It was very hot. I mean, and look, at night, they do like the competition and everything, the way they do, and watching us throw a 40-yard pass into a basketball hoop, dude. It was Nuss looked good out there, bro. And look, it's cool because you see so many dudes you see on TV. Like, I was out at the bar after it was all said and done, so they all go to the bar after. And I'm running into Haynes King and stuff, and I'm telling Haynes King, I'm like, bro, I bet on you last year, first game of the year against Florida State. I knew you were gonna win. It was just like surreal to see all these dudes.
Heck yeah, he is. Haynes King's actually. So we put together an all meathead football team over on my afternoon show, and he's our QB1. I mean, that guy plays with no regard for his body.
Yeah, I mean, and look, they had him all. Like Avery Johnson was there, Lenore Sellers was there.
Yeah. Did he have the reg specs on?
Yes.
He did. Oh,
yes.
Even better. Good for him.
Yeah, you could tell him out of everybody because of that.
Yeah.
Menza was there. Klubnik, Shuck. I mean, any quarterback that was worth a crap was there.
How did our guy Nuss compare to all those guys? I mean, you got Shuck, you got an NFL guy there, Cade, that's getting a lot of press. Obviously, how did our guy Nussmeier compare? Just watching him with no pads on, of course, playing around. But how did he look?
Just confident. He looked like a pro quarterback, dude. I'm not even kidding. He looked like he's ready to win the Heisman Trophy, bro.
Let's go.
Yes, dude. I mean, he just looked like a year different. Like a year better. He really looked like that.
Like I'd see like the clips you see of him talking, just anything. that's exactly. That's a great word to put. It's just confident right now.
Yeah.
Just that's what 1 year starting and having success will do to you, and then just feeling like uber comfortable in the offense you run.
And he's just a competitor, dude. Like, they run in, like, you know, those little scrimmages where he's got a team, you know, and then I think it was the quarterback for NC State had a team, and Nuss is so competitive, dude. Like, he like if they were like a yard short and he thought it was a yard more, like he's out there yelling, saying, no, that's a first down. You know, he's just a competitive dude.
Dev, who was some other quarterbacks maybe that when you saw them throw the football down there, it looked a little bit different outside of Nussmeier?
I saw Walker Howard there. The quarterback for Washington was really good. I don't quite remember his name, but he's the one that wound up winning the competition at night. The quarterback for Washington. They had a few guys. Avery Johnson, I'm a big fan of him.
Oh, yeah, from K-State, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of him. But yeah, dude, I mean, it was literally like 30, 40 quarterbacks from college football, all pretty notable that would have.
Did you have that? Did y'all have like a good going out, like a bar experience? Could some of these kids put down some beers?
Yeah, dude, they were all Shuck included. Shuck was there till 2 a.m., bro. I'm telling my friends, I'm like, oh, dude, you know who's not here, huh? Spencer Rattler. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. I mean, I kind of like that. It's kind of gritty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reminds us of ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean,
look, Tyler Shuck is endearing himself to the fan base way, way better than Derek Carr ever thought about it.
It's incredible. I mean, he's done everything. He's shucked oysters. He's went to local shoe stores. You know, he's been to like several different restaurants. He's in Thibodeau. He's at the bar in Thibodeau. You know, yeah. I mean, he's absolutely everywhere.
Dev, was it still like it used to be where you go to the bar where everybody's hanging out and you put your phone in the basket?
No. Dude, I was very nervous about that. I definitely didn't film Peyton Manning, for sure.
Yeah, you
just did. Like, yeah, no, just to like, bro, because like the last thing. Yeah, well, I got the footage. I just didn't release it. But yeah, no. It was, but no, dude, they were all there, man. They were all at the bar. It was, yeah. I mean, you stuck in Thibodeau for a weekend, man. You got to do something, you know.
Yeah, for sure. No, I get it. It's just, you know, that used to be like a pretty, like the year Manziel went and they got asked to leave. Like they're like, look, we don't do stuff like that. Yeah. All right, we're here to hang with the fellas and have a good time.
Yeah. Damn. So Manziel got asked to leave.
Yeah, you don't remember that? It was like 2012, 2013. Yeah, he got asked to leave the camp.
Yeah, you used to have to go to the bar and like almost sound like a Derek Jeter NDA type situation. Like,
yeah.
We can't discuss this.
Yes.
Put your phone up.
Yeah.
We're going to protect each other here. So, yeah, keep your footage. We want you to go again next year. So, like, don't release that.
Don't release it.
Well, and another dude I saw was Miller Moss. And I'm going to tell you, Jordan Kitchens, he was on that dude's ass. Like, he was talking about the first game of the year last year. And that's what's, like, so surreal about it. Like, we literally got to talk to these dudes, like, even dudes that, like, beat LSU, whatever, right? And, like, hey, man, like, you screwed us over, bro. Like,
I did see Jordan was pretty excited to have Arch Manning kind of recognize you, and that, like, got Jordan excited about it. I heard him in the video.
Yeah, he was in a lot of it. They thought he was a coach at Nichols, dude. He was wearing this. Like all the kids, like after they made a play, they were looking at him like he was about to offer a scholarship after. You know what I'm saying?
Well, at least they didn't think he was Wes Welker.
yeah, dude. They had a young kid out there that literally was like a young Wes Welker. I mean, he stood out too. I don't even know his name, but I mean, he's a little small guy. He was juking the brakes off of people out there, dude.
Devin, I saw Nussmeier. He was given an interview talking about him and Arch Manning. They went to Walmart or something. They went to go get some snacks or whatever it was. And he was like, we're walking around Walmart, and everybody is like talking and taking pictures with Arch. And Garrett's like, I'm the quarterback at LSU, like preseason Heisman finalist, whatever. I'm right here, guys. Hey, so like, did you see that at the camp as well? Like more people like recognizing Arch over our own quarterback here in Louisiana?
Yeah, I mean, I was one of them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, I saw Nuss. In fact, I'll tell you the exact story how I met Nuss. I was in the bathroom taking a pee, and the Nickel State bathroom, the sink wasn't working, so you couldn't wash your hands.
Yeah.
So I just walked out, and the first person I see is Nuss. So I put my hand out, and I'm like, "Oh, bro, my bad, dude. Like the sink ain't working." But he shook my hand, man. That's a real dude right there.
That's right. And you worried, you ain't worried about it.
Nah.
All right, Dev. So was camp on Monday? Like, were you there on Monday in Thibodeau last Monday, or was it
No,
Tuesday?
I was there on Friday.
Okay, it was later in the week. I was about to say, like, I didn't think that you could get your RB&R day done at Manning Passing Academy. So you got one coming up today. I think you should maybe go back down the bayou since Thibodeau gave you so much over the weekend. Maybe you should go back and give them some love.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen, but
No?
No, it's not. It's not a bad drive. It's just not going to happen today.
Yeah.
And look, Thibodeau's got great food, dude. They really do. Like this place, Big Mike's, like really good barbecue, and then Alumni Grill is another one. Like just everything's, and it's cheap. It's not expensive. So I definitely love their food scene. I'm not going to make it out there today, but I do love their food scene.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, it's been a long week, dude. I went bow fishing on Wednesday. I didn't get back till like 6 a.m. Then went to Manning camp. I mean, I'm mentally exhausted.
It's all right.
Every time we always give you suggestions, and you're like, nah.
I know.
Nah.
I know.
I don't think so. Not today.
Nah, that sounds great. That's good.
He's like,
but
let me do my own show, guys. Y'all do yours.
I'm gonna do my own deal. Like, y'all do you. I'm gonna do me. So, hey, but I mean, when you went up to Shreveport, what was that last year, 2 years ago? Like, that was one of the better episodes. And so, if you want to venture back to the 318, you let me know and we'll set it up.
I do, man. I do. I don't want to deny that. I definitely want to get back to Shreveport, bro. Not enough love getting shown toward Shreveport again. Here we are again.
I know. Thank you, Dad.
Hey, and shout out to Hopedale too. I saw your post about the bow fishing. Shout out. I've been bow fishing out of Hopedale too. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's like
Dude,
it's getting real. What a time.
I didn't realize how many haters bow fishing has. I didn't
I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
I didn't know that either.
Where'd you see the haters about bow fishing?
So what they don't like is that you're killing redfish, okay?
Right.
But it's very confusing because, like that night, for example, we only killed 3 redfish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dude, if I go fishing traditionally on any given day, say I got 3 people in the boat, we catching like, 20 redfish.
Right.
I just don't. I don't understand. Like they killing more redfish than the bowfishers, but they mad at the bowfishers for killing the redfish because they saying it's like decreasing the population or whatever. I'm like, dude, it was my birthday. I killed 1 redfish. I think it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't. I guess I've heard that a little bit, but man, I'm sure. With the following that you have at posting, I'm sure like you get the haters that come out no matter what you post. So
exactly for anything.
Yeah,
just,
get your bow out. Go
right,
shoot a redfish.
Real quick, Dev, before we let you go, I did some research. And when I say I did some research, my mother actually was listening last week when we were talking about Shoney's. They go to Pigeon Forge every single, I think the winter times when they go. She said, tell Dev that there is plenty of Shoney's that are still open here in Tennessee. And so if he wants to do an RB&R day at Shoney's, at least he knows that there is some still out there kicking.
Damn, she said several, too.
She said
That's
several.
amazing.
Yeah.
What an economy, dude. Yeah, I got to get to Tennessee.
All right, there he is, Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo, at Snow Like John on social media. Give him a follow there, Dev. We appreciate it, sir. We'll catch up again next week.
All right, y'all take care. Have a good one.
You too. Look. Spend a couple dollars, head to Tennessee. I don't know what kind of red beans and rice you're going to get at a Shoney's in Tennessee, but I'd watch.
Mm-hmm. Daniel in the chat said, dang, Devin, gave Nuss a dirty dap in the bathroom.
A dirty dap.
Not wash your hands. And
Arch and Nussmeier did do a commercial together. Maybe we can play that. Yeah, maybe we can play that when we come back. More OTB here on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com. If you wanted to drive down to Manning Passing Academy and you had a bunch of football gear in the back, you could have rented a Toyota. If you're going to the beach this week and if you're going to the lake this weekend because we are celebrating America. You can rent a Toyota. Everything is available. Multiple trucks, multiple SUVs, multiple everything. Call Miss Lisa Sessions today in that rental department. Tell her, hey, heard the fellows over at OTB talking about the rentals. She'll give you a full list of what they have. Per day rental prices, allstartoyota.batonrouge.com.
4th of July coming up. Throw your coolers, throw your lawn chairs, your grill, your charcoal, everything that you can eat. You can throw in the back of a Toyota Tacoma, a truck, whatever you need. New, used, rental. If you want to lease a car, whatever it is, call them today. Start the buyback process right online, right there. See what your car is worth. Call them today. See how they can help you. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Oh, yeah. From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
Let this song
eat. Somebody's hiding, it's drowning my
Rock band. 2006. Lakeville Bray. I was the lead guitarist. Josh Sherry on the drums. Miller on vocals.
Miller on vocals. That's a choice. All right, here was the commercial featuring Garrett Nussmeier and Arch Manning.
Oh, yes. Sirree. Excited to get a break for lunch with you. That's a lot of family time at the Manning Passing Academy.
Were Peyton and Eli giving you too much advice?
I wish. Dad is killing me. He will not leave me alone.
Tell me about it. At least your dad didn't move to Louisiana and start calling plays.
At least your dad knows what he's talking about.
Does he, though?
Geez, I don't know who's more high maintenance, quarterbacks or their dads.
Hey, Todd, I'm just a grandfather.
Hey, guys. Funny seeing you here. Welcome to Cane's. What can I get you?
I'll have my usual, the caniac.
Ooh, delightful, Dad. I'll throw in an extra cane sauce for you.
I'll have a box combo with a sweet tea.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Please, may I have a box combo with a sweet tea?
Better.
Can I please order?
No shot. Your dad already called in your order. He doesn't trust your decision making.
I gotta start hanging out with Lyman.
All right.
Wasn't bad.
Pretty good.
Wasn't
I liked
bad.
it.
I liked
Hey,
it.
you know what? For college
Like
athletes,
that.
pretty good acting chops, too.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good.
I liked when Arch face
Yeah, it was
palmed
good.
Hey.
They did
Cooper.
good.
Yeah, it was great. Great timing.
I actually love the look on Todd Graves' face when Cooper goes,
The
I'll throw in an
extra
extra cane sauce for you. He has that look like, you better charge him for that. Like, that's the best part.
Yes.
I think that, like, pretty good acting chops here. I think that, so forever, like, usually when athletes get a chance to be on a commercial or a movie or something, it's like they're not great acting. It's not, That's not what they do. But I think this day and age with all the social media and, like, you see videos of people doing stuff all the time, you're a little bit, it's not as foreign to you having a camera in your face. I think this is a hot take. I think athlete actors are going to be better from here, like, going forward. And they've already been a lot better here in the last couple of years. But I think just because the comfort level, I mean, back in the day, like, you never had a camera phone. You never had all these cameras in your face. They have it all day long. Be better actors. Good job.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because we did not have anything close to that.
We're like, yes, I would like a Cane's, please. One, please.
Oh, man. I
Extra sauce.
Yeah. I've done some commercials that I think if we went back and watched them, they would be rough.
Yeah.
It would be very, very rough.
Oh,
It's
dude.
okay, though.
Like, I go back and look at, I did an interview.
Oh, I don't even want to go back to the interview.
In high school for, like, our high school highlight films, they interviewed all the seniors.
Yeah.
And, like, I go back, it's on VHS, so I hadn't watched it in a really long time. But I remember watching it and just, like, cringing at myself because I was like, yes, we wanted to play hard, and I was very proud of the games of football that we played. And it was like all these cool highlights, like touchdown, throw, blah, 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 run it over. We won the game. Yeah. Very proud of the things.
You think we could find that?
Have y'all
like
seen
7 huge pimples on my face?
Like,
too.
there's that one, and
No doubt.
they're interviewing like some random high school players, and they're like, they say that y'all's defense isn't that strong, and y'all don't really have a good defense. What do you have to say about that? And the guy's like, we have a good defense.
Our defense is good. He's wrong.
My favorite high school interview was the guy that kept going through the list of all the people. I think it was running back.
It was. And he kept saying
he's
dog.
like, we got this guy, dog. We got Matt Flynn playing around. Dog.
Dog.
We got Alondra Villarreal running back. Another dog. That was my favorite
Yeah.
one. That guy
Or
was
the one
electric.
where they're like, I think I got my swagger back.
Oh, that was good too.
Oh, yeah.
That one's very good. Or the guy that's like, I'm not gonna lie, they had us in the first half.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good ones out there, so I think you're onto something.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Tell him, bring me my money.
All right, we're going to take a break actually on time here. We're going to have some time to.
Whoa.
Yeah, I
Good
know,
for
right?
us.
I know,
Let's go.
right? They're going to
So
answer.
Makes me happy.
We're going to answer your questions to wrap it up today. Hashtag Ask the Bench inside the Bayou 4 chat. We'll get to as many as we can to wrap it up here on a Monday morning.
Off the bench.
All right, go to centralplumbing.org. But remember, not only in Central, they can help you certainly in Central, but the entire greater Baton Rouge area. We are talking to you 24/7, 365. Weekend, holiday, does not matter. 225-925-8552 is that emergency number. So go to the website today. You can see what they can do for you in the remodel game as well. Go tankless today with a tankless hot water heater, whatever it might be. Central Plumbing, centralplumbing.org.
Central Plumbing, 24/7 emergency service at 225-925-8552. Why is that relevant? It's 4th of July. What if you have a child that's a, kind of a rowdy teenager and he throws some fireworks in the toilet? Blows it up. You ever heard of that? Cherry bombs in the toilet?
Yeah.
Used to be a thing. That happens, call them. Doesn't matter if it's 4th of July. Doesn't matter if they're watching fireworks themselves. You call them, they will come fix or any of your plumbing needs. Centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org.
At Auctioneer, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website, LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net, powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Bend Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
All right, welcome back in. A little Ask the Bench.
This is great.
Yeah.
We should have this on at the background of every last segment.
All right. I mean,
I don't know about everyone.
I know somebody controls it. Maybe this week.
We could, okay.
This week we can.
Does
that feel good?
Every last segment, you want this underneath?
For the week?
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
Okay. Just not Friday because we changed that one.
What's a song? I'm going to ask this as the first question, but I'm asking it.
Okay.
What's a song that when you hear it, it immediately brings you back to like early teenage years?
Early teenage
You know what I mean?
years?
Like,
Got to be a Drake song for me.
Anything Chris Brown.
Or you know
Jason
what?
Derulo, that era.
Actually, for me, early teen years, when I hear Arctic Monkeys, that's where I go.
Oh my God, I'm
like
old.
Arctic Monkeys,
I was
but the AM,
a very professional person.
the
when they
AM
came out.
album, the AM album was like the soundtrack of my high school career.
All right, I like that though.
Yeah.
I love that. I like yours too. I love that. I mean, Chris Brown.
The
that's
Chris
my
Brown,
genre.
like
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
All that.
Makes sense.
First one that pops out to me is "Ride with Me," Nelly.
That's a good one.
Great.
Or "Nappy Roots."
Okay,
Is it
all right,
Country
that's-
Grammar?
Those
Is
are
that-
great.
Yeah, those are like
Country Grammar's one for me. Like Country
Mhm.
Grammar, like when it comes on, like high school. What about a little Goo Goo Dolls Iris?
It's a great song.
That's like early teen, like in your feels for the first time, maybe. Not really knowing what he was talking about, but knowing it was deep.
Yeah.
Goo Goo
You could
Dolls
feel it.
concert in the rain.
Yeah.
Then I had that, like, when I got to
good.
college, I had that awakening of music. Like, all I'd known until college was the hits, what you heard on the radio.
Yeah, you didn't know about the
107.3 in Tyler, Texas.
Yeah.
But, you know, you get everything got expanded.
Yeah,
you had that
yeah.
awakening where you learned about the 70s and the 80s and the grunge and all that stuff. It was, what a time. What a time to be alive.
Yeah, I only
College.
knew like
Yeah,
old
you
music.
kind of know what your
Yeah.
parents listen to for
Yeah.
the most
I knew
part. I mean, you branch
oldies
out a
and
little
hits.
bit in hits.
Yeah, I knew
Right.
like the oldies and hits.
Ask the bench, would you rather spend all day at the OMV or be Mints at Omaha? OMV, Mints got tortured. He got yelled at a lot.
I'm going Mints. There's nothing worse than the OMV.
Yeah, because at least I could like try to separate myself. I'm stuck at the OMV.
Yeah,
all
it's like,
day.
I know
that
I can
doesn't-
leave, but what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Ask the bench,
There's no express spa.
Can the fans look at who is in the transfer portal? Is that just for coaches? If we can, how?
Which, by the way, Ashton Larson.
Ashton Larson.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's not
that was
surprising,
inevitable.
but-
He's a really good player. You know, didn't have a role in this LSU team. Doesn't mean he's not a great player. He's
Yeah.
going to go be great somewhere probably.
Yeah.
We used to have that drop back in Hang with Hester, the portal combat.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, dude, you were the first person, like,
portal.
When it came out,
Portal.
like, Portal Combat, you came up with that, like, the second day the portal was out there. And I saw somebody, like, it might have been actually, it might have been Marler, like, a year ago, like, Portal Combat, and thought he came up with it. And I'm like, oh.
No, because remember we brought it back.
Actually-
Hold on, we brought it back.
actually,
It's
Flynn
in
We used to do that every time you'd say portal, we'd go portal.
Yeah.
Portal.
That was me, you, and Bane,
Portal,
right?
portal.
Yeah. Because everybody was
The
saying
portal's
portal,
brand
portal,
new. I was like,
portal.
what is this portal y'all keep talking about?
Yeah, the Portal Combat was old Hanging with Hester days.
Portal combat. Portal.
Found it.
Nice. That's
Oh,
quick.
that was the old Meth Gator days.
Like, can we play that every time somebody
Enter the portal.
enters the
Yeah,
portal?
we talked about it.
Yes.
All right, so Ashton Larson hits the portal.
Wait, my bad.
Portal. There you go. Best of luck. I always enjoyed watching him. I know he's only here 2 years, but
Yeah, shout out
you know, his
Larson.
freshman year, he stood
through-
up
he
when
got
they
some
needed
big
him.
hits, yeah.
Yeah, he was one of the better players on the team.
Yep.
His freshman year, came up with some big hits this year too. Hit some home runs and big spots for the Tigers. So best of luck to him. Ask the bench now that T-Bob isn't on the show. Who would be the slowest at the 40-yard dash?
Probably me. Taylor used to run track.
Yeah.
You were a running back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the order. I'd go me, Flynn, Alondra Taylor.
I think I'd be last.
You think I'm last?
I'm just kidding.
I mean, we
man.
could put it to the test for real,
I'm
for
just,
real.
dude.
I can tell you right
Elite
now.
Training
Let's
Academy,
do it.
BR.com. Elite Training. We
What
have
if we do
we
an
have
NFL,
a facility.
What if we do like a
I've been
a
begging to do
combine?
that for years.
Okay,
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We can
Can
do
I
a
tell y'all-
station
I'm
combine.
gonna be last in everything,
Can I
but
tell
it's
you
fine.
one thing?
Yeah.
I am
You
the
got 10 seconds,
fastest
but yeah.
in this room.
Okay.
There's no
100%.
chance.
I am the fastest in this room.
I will bet
I am the captain now.
your entire card collection that I would dust you.
You're gonna pop a hamstring so fast. I'm gonna be right after you though. We would.
Off the
What are you gonna
bench.
say?
We wouldn't even make it 40 yards, dude, without popping 3 hamstrings each.
Who can run the farthest without popping their hamstring wins the race. But if you want to feel like your youthful self, you go to yourgoodwood.com. That is Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Right there in the bottom right corner of the website, you can book your consultation because you should not, absolutely not, live life with fear or embarrassment. Certainly when you can get to the bottom of it, when you can get a solution thanks to Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. You can also pick up the phone, give them a call, have a conversation with them, tell them what you're going through. 225-4GD-WOOD.
Yeah, it's Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, and they can certainly help you with that. But it's not just that. It's if you're feeling lethargic, low energy, maybe you're low on testosterone. It's hair. If you're losing your hair, they can hair rejuvenation. They have everything to help you. If there's a problem, they can fix it. Go see them today. Yourgoodwood.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.